As always, the door before you guys, I'm pretty sure you blew up as well.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think they've all been crushed.
Yeah, by
We
my
will not
count,
tolerate resistance from doors.
It was
by
me.
my count, the only doors in this entire dungeon that still exist is the secret that you've passed through. Is the secret door, and the doors to the bathhouse. You didn't break those either. Every other door the party has attacked, broken down, and destroyed.
I say on our way out, we
Wait, there
break
was
the doors
one
to the
door
bathhouse.
we opened. There was one door we opened before we logged off last night.
Oh,
You broke it.
then we broke it.
Yeah.
No,
Somebody
One
did.
behind.
there
The
was
one
a whole thing about somebody using the doorknob, and they were like,
Oh,
hey, that-
yeah.
Yeah, the one
right.
at the end of the hallway here.
The one at the end of the hallway to the west. That's right. You guys axed it, and then someone went, "Hey, wait a minute. Why don't we just try opening the door?" The door opened, and everyone was like, "Oh!" golf clapping at the genius of whoever suggested that.
Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Why don't we just open the door? Hello, Egg. All right.
Hello.
Now that you're here, I believe, get away. When we last left the party, you were recovering from the tragic loss of Gregory.
Oh,
Whose fault was that?
yours.
Hopefully everybody's cried. And
Oh.
I haven't
feels bad
finished
about it.
mourning.
Tears were shed. Bodies were not buried, but they were definitely looted.
I got
And-
a pet rat named Gregory.
Oh yeah, you got a pet rat that you've named Gregory. He's riding on your. He's in your cloak right now. I think you said you put him because you in at 20. That check. Let's go ahead and get underway so we can start as much rolling as possible. You guys are currently in one of the southern parts of the dungeon, as far as you can discern. All doors behind you have been destroyed. You, I believe, got some loot, so make sure to check your sheets. Erlana and Stink, as their players are not here, are still under the effects of Adventurous Fugue, and so I will be controlling them for the night. Once everyone's comfy, cozy, and ready, feel free to resume explorations. But first, I believe you need to discern more about Adir, whom has... Oh, Adir? Okay, there you go. Who has joined your party and does not remember the fact that he died in your prologue. He died when you were exploring, I believe it's Mordecaine's mansion. I'd have to double check the name on that. But some spooky infernal mansion is your guys' dark secret that you were trying to break into it to steal an infernal power. And he was killed in that. You were there, Joe. You watched him torn in half.
Oh,
Xavier, you were one of the lookouts, so you had seen it too, I believe. And Alvazir, you weren't there, but reports were that he had been ripped in half by some sort of tentacled abomination.
Cool.
But I feel just fine.
I
And
mean-
I've never seen you people before in my life.
I say we trust him.
I like how you're thinking, fella.
Gregory agrees. Squeak, squeak.
Don't roleplay the rat. I'll roleplay the rat.
Okay.
The party stands around looking at each other, unsure what to do now that Adir has shown back up. Xavier claims that they should trust him. Nobody else seems to offer any opinion.
Well, I did just save everybody's life right here. I don't know what more you want from me. Is there a
Which I
reason
do
why y'all just keep
appreciate.
staring at me?
But I thought Joe told us that you died. So we're really confused right now.
Who's Joe?
Me. I raise my hand, pointing myself.
A shirtless, sort of green-faced man with extremely dilated pupils raises his hand towards you, Adir.
Wait. Dilated? Wait, am I still high? Or...
No, but you took drugs to, you're at the other drug. So you're kind of, all the drugs you've taken have evened out into, what's happening to you currently.
Oh no.
You're not super hallucinating, but every now and then you could swear that the your left nipple is winking at you.
No.
Hey.
I need to cut this abomination off.
Oh.
He looks down at his nipple and says that he needs to cut this abomination off after raising his hand to you, Adir.
Well, two things. Number one, I don't know why you're running around without a shirt down here. That is unsanitary. And and there are people out here trying to kill other people. Like, protect yourself, man. And number two, don't cut your nipple off.
Please
I
don't
just
cut
healed
your
you, man.
nipple off.
I don't want to have to spend
Xavier.
more on you.
Your
Yeah.
passive perception is enough to note Adir's boots and the bottom of his pant legs are not wet. They're dry.
Hmm.
Hmm?
I'm gonna just stare at him for a second, and then I'm just gonna stupidly ask a question. What? How are you not the vet after all of this? How are you not wet? I don't understand.
What?
Your
Why
boots.
would I be wet?
The water? How did you get down here?
We're in the sewers.
I walk down here just like any normal person would. I
You're
assume.
bone dry.
There's water everywhere.
He's a ghost.
There's
That's
no
why he's
water.
not wet.
There's no water right here. What are you talking about?
On the way down here, if you go past the sewers in the bathhouse, remember?
Why would I go past sewers, man? That's just unsanitary. You're telling me you've been down here in the sewers shirtless?
Well, yeah,
How
but
did you get down here then?
Well, now that I think about it, I don't really know. I just sort of
Yeah.
was down here.
Your recollection is that your neighborhood was being assaulted by
Yeah.
cultists. And so you came to seek out a bathhouse. And you remember arriving at the
Hi.
bathhouse. Then everything between then and now gets a little bit foggy, but you do remember sounds of violence, fighting. You remember a big blast of flame, and then you just remember coming through this broken door.
Yeah. Yeah, just, I was wandering around. There was a bunch of fighting, and I knew I had to go get some cultists. And then I, just sort of found my way here. The details are a little fuzzy. I don't remember every turn and step I took. But, I'm sure I did it the normal way.
Well, we're on the path to hunt some cultists too, so be more than happy to join us, I
Well.
guess.
Well, there you go. This is what they call serendipitous.
Remember, for everyone watching, at any point you can type in the stream chat and declare a player you would like to grant an inspiration to. Anyone who makes you laugh or finds interesting. Feel free to go ahead and give them inspiration to hopefully make it so they don't lose a character again.
I'm going to hold
Aw.
Gregory out towards a deer with one hand, and if Gregory likes him, then I'll officially approve.
Adir, roll me an animal handling as a rat is held out to you.
oh,
Ooh, this should be fun.
please be one. Please be one.
I doubt it's going to be a 1 or a 20.
Please be a 20.
I really doubt it. It's a 3. Dude, close.
So close. There was a 2.
The rat wants nothing to do with him. It does not want to be near him. It doesn't even particularly seem to be happy with you holding it anymore, Xavier, and it bites your finger.
Even the
Ow.
animal doesn't like you.
It doesn't
Sure.
deal any damage.
Can I roll to
Well,
keep him still?
The animal knows what's up.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Roll to see if you can calm Gregory down.
Use your inspiration for it.
Oh, I do have one. Okay.
Wait, what?
using my inspiration.
What a use of inspiration. This was a very important role to use inspiration on. Oh, if you hadn't have used inspiration, I'd be drinking.
Oh.
Wait, you're not going to drink for that? That's a 0, right? Oh.
It's a 1, but he used inspiration, so we don't count it. It's a 7 that we count.
Oh.
Dang. Oh, yeah,
Look
because
at me dodging the bullet.
Oh, yeah, guys.
Right.
Just so you guys know,
Alright,
every
y'all.
1 to 20 we get, Ruff is going to take a drink.
Yep, I've let everyone know, people on the stream watching too. Tell you what, I'll take a tiny sip of what I have prepared. You cannot seem to calm Gregory down, by the way. He doesn't. He jumps away from you.
Listen, Xavier. I forget your name, but
It's Xavier.
keep Xavier. Got it. Keep that rat over there.
I mean, he's gone now. You
I'm
scared him away. We've lost Gregory forever.
No, the rat's in the corner. You can clearly see it. There's not really any good place to hide here, so it's run away from you and is watching you warily.
Yeah, you keep that rat over there.
Alright. Well, clearly
And especially keep it away from this shirtless fellow over here.
What?
Right? This is getting out of control.
Well, I don't trust him. Gregory ran away.
Nope.
Which way did we come from?
Good question.
I think we came from the north.
Alright, well, I'm going to start heading this other way.
I like.
Obviously, you can roll me an intelligence or a wisdom just check, not a save, to see if you can discern the direction that you had come from previously. A survival would also grant you the same benefit. Yeah, you remember that you came from the northwest. The only area that you have found so far that remains to be explored is, if you'll zoom out, a doorway over here. Do you see it?
Kind of.
Do you
No.
of, or yes? No?
I mean,
No.
it's through a wall, so we can't see it, but I
Okay.
saw where you pinged.
Yeah, that's why I meant with the ping. And a doorway here. Those two doors have yet to be destroyed.
Alright.
I can't
I'm
see
gonna
that
go
far.
through this door over here.
Cool, you walk up to that door. Does the party follow?
I'm going to follow.
Go ahead and arrange yourselves. Stink and Orlana take up the back.
Yeah, I'll follow, but Adir's gonna hang out over here behind Stink.
I'll guess I'll be right here because I can't see where I'm going.
Oh, why not?
Oh, too many tunnels. Bad vision.
Alright, you push open the door.
Yeah, I'll actually use the doorknob this time.
Door pushes open easily, revealing a wall behind it. What appears to be a narrow, again, hallway leading to the northeast. Do you peek your head around it? Alright.
Walking right in.
Okay, you walk right in. This dry, partially collapsed stone room contains a stone altar with human skulls and bones piled around it. The top of the altar is covered with dozens of half-melted candles of black wax, all of which are currently unlit.
Okay.
There's a staircase leading down further to the east, well beyond the altar.
I'll move in just a little bit.
Okay,
I'm
you
going
guys
to
are
follow.
yeah, move your tokens if you're following.
Okay. Move, damn it. There we go.
A deer. Got him.
Oh,
I say we light the candles.
in the wall.
Yeah, either I'm gonna put you ahead of Stink and Orlana just because that way I don't accidentally bump into you yourself. There you go. You see that there's a little bit more of the room you haven't seen to the north.
Alright.
I need to know everyone's light sources. Does anyone have a torch? I believe... Oh, Joe, the light spell ended on you. Right.
Do I have a torch? I wonder.
Ooh.
Let me check. Oh, I
Joe
do.
has-
I have 10 torches. Yeah, I'll use one.
Okay.
I have to admit, I do have dark vision, except my eyes are currently wounded from that thing.
Yeah, you have blurred vision right now, so you have disadvantage on all perception checks.
Yeah.
And Xavier, I believe that you have an internal bleeding, meaning that every round you need to make me a con check.
I got it in the bio. Internal injury must make DC 15 saving throw or lose action and unable to react until next turn.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Rip.
Very rip.
Ruff, may I use my torch, please?
Sure, you light a torch. This is to light. I believe that you had previously relied on Gregory casting light spells on your axe, which have now ended with his death.
Yep.
Well, not with his death, but because he took a short rest after his death, caused the timer to expire.
Hey, fella, I can see you're having a hard time seeing. Let me see if I can help you out, and I'll touch his axe and cast light.
A deer touches your axe doing the same thing Gregory did. Do you keep the torch lit, or do you put it out?
Can I reuse the torch, or...?
Yeah, it hasn't burned away the pitch. You can put it out.
Alright, I'll put out.
Cool, put out your torch.
I, too, will go ahead and light my axe, because I can do the same thing.
Cool. I don't believe you have an axe, though. I thought that you used a warhammer.
Sorry, Warhammer, you're correct.
Your warhammer, poof.
That is fancy. Hey, strange lady, I really like your beard, but I think you may be making some observations in the near future, and let's just say I got somebody on my side that might be able to help you, and I'll cast guidance on her.
Okay. For the next minute, you get to roll a d4 ability check roll. You can only do it once, though, okay?
Okay.
You have been guided by the divine.
So you're currently at that altar with the unlit candles, the black wax, and the skulls and bones piled around this altar. There's dozens of the candles.
We should light the candles.
Feels like a trap.
Despite the fact that you're wandering around down here without a shirt, that actually makes a lot of sense.
After 2 traps, I am a professional trap expert.
He coughs, remembering the 2 times he fell for the exact same trap. That got him very, very sick. So what are you guys doing?
I'm going to look around the room and see if there's anything to pick up other than those candles.
Well, there's the skulls and the bones piled around the altar. You can roll me a perception. Well, I'm gonna start drinking.
Yay!
Well,
I'm gonna check this area, this rubbly area here.
With your blurred vision, Alvazir, as Xavier... hold on, I gotta finish. It's a double shot, it's a big one. With your blurred... I'm gonna describe what happens first. With your blurred vision, Alvazir, you don't notice Xavier has bent down directly behind you. And you cough, taking a step backwards, tripping over him, and landing in the rubble beyond him, both of you prone on the ground. Xavier, this re-aggravates your injury, and you begin to cough uncontrollably and are in an extreme amount of pain.
Oh.
Ow!
Now I'm going to take this shot. Hold on.
Alright. Anyone else joining? Let's drink it up.
Can I still roll my
I have a bottle of mead that I am sharing drinks in.
Oh, damn, I still need to buy mead. I'm gonna buy that next week.
Oh boy, 40 Creek Barrel Select Whiskey. It's nice to sip, not so nice to drink in one go. Alright.
Can I still do my perception check to see if there was anything in this rubble area? Or no?
Not just yet. I want to hear what Joe and Adir first before I come to you guys. Your action got interrupted by her nat 1.
Fair enough.
Adir, seeing that he's currently hanging out with a pile of buffoons, is going to go ahead and do a scan of the room himself. He's going to do an investigation. He's going to go all around the room looking for anything interesting.
Sure, go ahead. Adir, as you go around the room investigating, testing things such, note that the air here, according to your investigations, seems to be a bit dense.
A bit what?
You detect it's a bit denser, and you detect a very distant scent of rotten egg.
Ooh, that's not good. There's brimstone around, folks. Keep your head on a swivel.
Your investigation does not yield that you think it's brimstone. You would have to roll a perception to get a better whiff of what's happening to definitely confirm that it smells like rotten eggs, as well as where it's coming from. And a wisdom would be able to, survival, would be able to discern what that might mean.
Oh.
But that'll take some more time. Your investigation has just revealed that mystery. Joe, you're standing in front of the altar.
Oh. There we go.
Okay, you're standing slightly off to the center of the altar.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Okay, there we go.
Okay, you move entirely away from the altar to where Xavier and Alvazir lay in a heap.
Question, so...
another thing you discern. Sorry, one more thing. Adir, there is... it looks like there is a strange patch on the north wall that is a little bit cleaner than the rest of the wall.
Ooh.
That's another mystery.
What shape is the patch?
It's about, it's like a rectangle, a very, very small rectangle. Laying horizontal.
I'm going to go look at that.
Cool.
See what it is.
You head over there, but first I want to hear from Joe. Joe, as you step down the stairs momentarily, the smell of rotten eggs gets stronger.
This smell... The snakes! What the fuck? Sorry.
Joe begins coughing uncontrollably as he heads back up the stairs. Are you doing anything else?
I want to run away from the smell.
You're gonna run?
I'm gonna stay over here. I got a feeling that smells flammable or explosive.
Cool. Stink. You could roll a survival to discern if you'd like.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Stink steps over to there, or Alana to there. They're just watching the entrance and exit.
Where's my survival? Ooh, I have a 3. Okay.
Yeah, that is a flammable gas that is filling the room beyond. Any sort of fire-lit torches or anything in the areas up ahead, up until the point that you can no longer smell the eggs, would cause the room to explode.
Hey guys, I have an idea.
Do it.
Let's evacuate the room, and I throw a torch in the room and see what happens.
I got a bit.
I got that entrance.
I got a better idea. How about everybody come back here and get behind me?
Alright.
That works too.
I'm gonna work on standing up and heading behind him if possible.
See. Ish.
Stink and Erlana move as well.
I am going to launch a firebolt.
Should we get this person out of the way?
I don't believe Firebolt ignites thing. I think it states expressly in it's either that spell or another one, but one of the fire cantrips states it doesn't actually ignite thing. It is a magical fire.
I don't.
Let me just check if it states that. If it doesn't state that in Firebolt, then hell yeah, it ignites things. But I remember that there was a cantrip as a fire cantrip that states it doesn't ignite stuff. Oh, this one expressly says it does ignite. So yes, this will ignite the gas.
Yeah. Anything that's not being worn or held.
Cool.
it sets on fire.
You launch a firebolt. Where are you aiming? This square, probably?
Yeah, deeper into the room. Yeah, like that square there. Yeah.
That square there? Your firebolt slams against the wall. It doesn't seem like it hit any of the, like a deep enough pocket in order to ignite the gas.
Well, that's good at least. We're kind of safe in this room, I suppose.
You'd have to go a little bit deeper into the area to ignite it. The stench carries to here, but it's clear the explosion, when there is one, won't reach this far.
Oh.
What are you guys doing?
Well, we may have to go into the room.
Let me see if I have anything in my inventory. War skin, javelin, dagger, blah blah blah. Damn, nothing.
Alvazir moves up. Adir? Alvazir, are you doing anything with the altar? You walked around the back of it. Bones and skulls crunching under your boots as you move through the narrow space.
Nah.
Cool. Joe?
I kind of want to throw something at the altar and see what happens. Can I throw a dagger at it?
Sure. Roll an attack.
Alright, let's see what happens.
Are you aiming at the altar, the wall beyond it, the candles? What are you aiming at specifically?
At the altar. At the candles. The altar.
You're aiming at the candles?
Yes, anything on the altar, pretty much.
Your dagger sinks into one of the candles, sticking there. They're very thick candles. And then the dagger then fall over on its side.
Anything happen, or?
Not that you discern. I haven't described anything else.
Can I actually grab a couple of those candles?
Yeah, sure. You pick up a couple of the candles off the altar. They are, it's clear that they've been burned previously, but the last time they were burned must have been quite some time ago. They are completely black wax.
Alright.
Feels evil.
Add however many candles you're taking. There are dozens of them. I'd guess around 30.
Oh my god.
While they're doing that, I launch a firebolt right down there.
As roll your attack.
My attack for firebolt is boom.
There is a huge concussive explosion from down the hall there. Adir, Ray, roll me a dex save at advantage because of the extreme distance.
Dex save at advantage.
Yes.
$19.
There is a massive blast, and you scramble back up the stairs for cover as you do. You kind of like lean around the corner to check the results of your explosion, and it appears like the blast has not gotten rid of all the water in the room, 'cause it's fairly deep, don't forget, but all of the pillars now have been destroyed. And there is a distant rumbling sound. Let me see if the roof collapses. It do! There is a horrible crashing sound as the beams that were supporting the ceiling to the roof come tumbling down. Rubble and rock crashes into the water, burying it and blocking off access to that area. You would need to do a fair bit of work to dig that out.
I turn to the group and say, I took care of whatever was in that room. We're good.
Nice.
Are you okay, Joe? You really seem like you're dying.
No, just my nipples annoying me. It won't shut up. At least the pillars got hurt, not us, so it's better them than us. Oh wait, pillars aren't alive. Never mind.
Xavier, what are you doing?
I'm going to attempt to investigate the rubble over here again. And hopefully not get knocked prone this time.
Go ahead.
My bad.
Joe, stop moving. It's not your turn right now, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
You investigate, but you don't find anything out of the ordinary. It's rubble, there's bone in here, but that's pretty much par for course with this dungeon.
Yep, that's the floor.
Back to Alvazir.
Does anyone think there's another way through, maybe? I look at...
I don't know why we need to take another way through. I mean, it seems like everybody in there is pretty dead, so let's just go ahead and pack this thing up. Call it a day.
Well, there might be more than one tunnels or exit back there that could have escaped.
Joe, for once, is the voice of reason. That all rings pretty accurate with you all.
For once.
Clearly it was his dipple.
You might have blocked off half the dungeon, but that doesn't... There's not still stuff over there that you need to deal with.
Well, I guess we better find a way over there.
I have a question, bro. You said someone saw that weird rectangular block in the wall, right?
Yes.
Do we know about that, or has he not told us yet?
I don't know. Has he?
I don't know.
A deer? I haven't heard it in character, so I'm assuming you don't know about it.
I haven't, but I want to go investigate it.
Cool.
Because I'm super good at investigating stuff.
You discern that there must be something written here, but it's like with invisible ink, you can't read it.
What's that you're looking at?
There's something written here, but I can't tell what it is.
Joe.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Me?
Same with Alvazir. I realize that neither of you have done anything this round yet.
I go. Oh, where's the rubble by the chance? Is it right here? The rubble right here? Or is it right
That is the rubble of the collapsed room is right here.
Oh, okay.
Where it blocks the water off.
Oh, so it blocks the whole, like right here to right there?
Yeah, it's all crashed in roof and rubble. It looks like you could maybe dig a path through it, but it's going to take some time. And a hell of a lot of athletic checks.
As they are doing whatever, I dig out of boredom.
Cool, roll athletics.
Alright.
You're unable to make any progress.
Alright.
Let's... Alvazir.
Actual question. Do I know what he just saw, that it looked like it was invisible ink or anything?
Told you that there was something written there, but he can't read it.
Okay. Is it flammable? Like, if I lit a candle and stuck the candle up against it, would it glimmer or would it catch fire?
You're asking that of Adir and of Xavier?
I have no idea. Did you want to try it?
It's worth a shot.
Let's give it a try.
So, do you take a candle over and light it, or do you light a candle on the altar, pick it up, and then carry it over?
I'm not lighting anything on that altar.
Cool. You pick up a candle, you light it, carry it over.
Yeah.
The candle casts a green flame as light it up. And it's hard to read, but as you hold it up to the area Adir has specified, you can read the words that I'm going to send you in private. And it is in all caps, the same way that I'm sending it to you. Look on Discord.
Okay. Am I keeping this to myself?
I mean, it's up to you. You're standing there currently, too, right? You're not moving at all after seeing this?
Correct.
Okay. It's hard to make out in the darkness. Even those of you with dark vision can't really see because of the fact that the letters are slightly colored, and people with dark vision can only see black and white and gray. Albazir, you can make it out because you're holding the candle directly to it. There's no natural light sources in the room, remember. It's only your guys' magical weapon casting light. Apart from this candle now. So you're the only one who saw what it said. You can call the others over, and they can see it too, if you continue holding the light to it. But they have to be within 5 feet of the light because you only got a single candle.
I'll call Adir and Xavier over and have them read it, since I'm half blind right now and I want to make sure I'm reading that right.
Do you guys come over and read it?
Sure.
Sure.
You'll come over and read it.
Cool. Move your tokens, please. I need to keep track of where everyone is, obviously. Xavier, I have sent it to you. Need to send it to Akasa now. Boom. That's what it says. You guys shift your feet through the rubble to read it. Joe, while they're doing that, do you want to make me another athletics?
Hell yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm kind of drunk already, so yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, 23.
Joe, you begin digging a path through the rubble.
Yay, I'm a mole.
I'm gonna just go ahead and turn this candle off. And I don't know what this means, but I think maybe we should keep it for a minute.
Okay. I can get behind that.
That sounds like it might be a wise choice. Yes, yes.
I put the candle away.
There you go, Joe. That's how much space you've cleared.
Yay!
You douse the candle and add it to your inventory.
Sweet. Alright, are we gonna stick around in here? I think there's one more place we can look at around.
Let's go try and find a way around this mess over here.
Where did the barbarian go?
I have no idea.
Another door back the other way. We might have walked past it at some point, but I don't know that we opened it or not.
Hey, as the deer comes around the corner and sees Joe down there, he goes, says to the other group, "Hey, I think you fellas may want to, and ladies may want to come over here and see this."
You guys all see Joe digging his way through the rubble.
I'm a mole.
I think I understand now why he was running around shirtless.
Hey Joe, how's that nipple?
It's okay. I smashed it with a rock, so it shut it up.
True. It looks like there is a small gash on his chest.
I sit there with my hand on my face, shaking.
Same.
Are you kissing your hand? Does it have a mouth too?
No, nothing worse than a bruised nipple. Adir's gonna, I guess, try and go help him dig out some rubble.
Joe, you have advantage on your next athletics checks to do it.
Yay!
Sees that he's making progress, decides to help out.
There we go. Yay! You take a shot.
Oh, Jesus. Adir, you use your mage hand, because that is a cantrip, right?
It is.
You use mage hand to assist
It can
Joe.
it can only hold 10 pounds, but, I can scoop the dirt away 10 pounds at a time.
You use your mage hand to assist Joe in digging out the rubble. And this is how much he gets through. A significantly larger amount than he would have had done in this time. Slurp. I'm going to have a slurp in a moment.
Express.
Right.
Is there something over here where I am?
There's a door to your left.
Sweet.
Is it covered in rubble,
Wait,
or can we get there?
Get there.
Oh shit! I should have asked.
Yeah, I'm gonna open this door in a minute.
I'm
You
gonna
open that door.
I'm gonna go with Alvazir.
You open that door and see bodies that you left earlier.
Oh, hey. Sweet. Oh, okay.
Joe, you've dug a significant amount out. Let me take this double shot. Oh boy. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Feeling good, Ruff?
Oh, it's not done. Hold on.
Down in one, yo.
It's
Gotta do it in one
a
shot.
really big. It's a really big shot glass.
Why did you drink nasty alcohol if you don't like it?
No, I like it. I like it. I like whiskey.
It's just
I
strong.
normally sip it. out the day. It's really strong.
Oh shit! I'm gonna throw up.
We measure alcohol different than you guys do in the state, but this is
You're Canadian?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
We measure it by the gallon in the States.
this whiskey is 40%.
Whoa! I didn't know Better America had whiskey.
Better America had whiskey. Yes, we have whiskey.
Canada is Better America. We all know that.
I appreciate the controversial opinion.
Yeah, that's a bold statement. Have you been to Canada?
Oh yeah, I've been to Vancouver so many times. I love that country. No wait, that city. That city.
That city. I live in Toronto, which is right above New York.
Oh, so that's awesome.
Yeah. You guys have dug through some of the rubble here, and there, Joe. It looks like there's a pathway to the east now as well, and it also looks like that there was more to the north, but that area is really caved in. You'd have to take a lot of time to dig that out.
I would dig.
All right, let's go to the right. Shirtless guy.
Okay.
Joseph, I guess. Frederick Joseph.
So where does the thing end, or is it not cleared already? Is it clear?
Yeah, this area's wooden beams have broken, but the rubble doesn't permeate the area up ahead. It looks like the explosion did blast around the corner and it blew the beams out, but the ceiling above you still exists. However, you can see it's sagging and it's going to give out soon.
Oh shit! Should we go this way, or should we risk
it might give out in the next 5 minutes, or it might give out in the next 5 days. There's really no way to test, and none of you particularly feel comfortable making tests while you're directly under.
Can I tell them to stay back while I dash in there, scout, then dash back where they are?
You can. It's up to the others if they want to listen.
How about this? I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Guidance disappears off of you, Alvazir, and onto Adir.
Sweet.
And I'm gonna look around for traps as we go into this new room.
Go ahead.
$18.
Don't spot any traps, and you also feel like that the roof might cave in eventually, but it doesn't look like it's in any immediate danger.
All right, let's head through this room carefully, folks. And the big guy should probably go first. That would be my suggestion.
The stench of rotten eggs, by the way, is entirely gone.
Yeah, good job, Firecaster.
You guys slosh through the 2 feet deep water until Joe makes it to a set of stairs on the other side, revealing a long hallway.
All right.
Let's see here, and we continue. Alright, so...
You step up the stairs using your axe to cast light around suspiciously at the piles of rubble near you. There's a door to your south, more hallway to the east.
What do you want to do, guys? You want to go straight or go through that door?
Let's go through the door. Why not?
Make sure
Try the
you
handle.
investigate that door for some traps before you do anything.
Yeah, good call. I'd like to investigate with my 0 investigation.
Go ahead, roll invest. You rolled at advantage. I'd like you to re-roll at normal.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
No worries, one of those was an @1 too, so I'm really glad that it wasn't disadvantage. Totally helped. Yeah. You do not notice anything out of the ordinary with the door.
All right. Adir, having seen
Alvazir,
the
you
investigation
double-check his
job
work.
he did,
Alvazir double checks his work from a distance, and you also don't notice anything out of normal with the door. It's a standard kind of wooden door, like. Actually, sorry, hold on. Let me double check what the doors were here.
Sweet.
Here
you go.
Soft rotting wood.
Soft rotting wood? Ooh, I can smash it.
Yeah.
Try the handle.
Soft rotting wood.
I will just use the handle.
Alright, step forwards to the there. Adir was trying to say something as all this was going on. He finds himself rudely interrupted as Alvazir tells Joe to try the handle. Nobody appears to be listening to poor Adir as the door is opened.
I'm sorry, Adir. What were you saying?
I was just going to say, after seeing the crappy job he did investigating, I was going to move to the back of the group before he opened it.
You didn't make it there in time, so just remain in your square.
I think we're good.
Much of this room has fallen in. The debris field is mostly burying a stone sarcophagus that was looted years ago. You can tell already that it's empty. It's cracked open, spilling out just more rubble. There's clearly nothing of interest in this. You can tell that all with your passive perception, because I believe yours is actually fairly high, which is... Yeah, you've got a 13 passive perception. What do you guys do?
I am gonna head back out of the boring, empty room.
Joe walks past you all without explaining anything he saw.
I'm going to step in there and investigate the room and see if I can find anything. And I'll give myself guidance. I'll say, Maestra, help me find something interesting.
You hear him mutter that. Anyone could roll a knowledge religion to understand the name he just invoked.
What's my religion?
Joe, it's just a name to you. People use names for things all the time. Why, people just started calling you Joe. That's not even your real name. But Joe, the name Joe the Barbarian just stuck.
Oh, right.
Alvazir, you know 19. That Mystria, right? That's the name you said, Mystria?
Nope, mine's Maestra.
Maestra, I believe that's the goddess of magic, isn't it? The former?
The dead one, yeah.
Yeah. Alvazir, Maestra is a goddess of magic that is rumored to have been killed, was killed by Helm in the time of Troubles. The same time that Bane, Merkel, and Ball were all killed. Helm being the god of protection, and you only having rolled a 12, you misremember the reasoning behind her death, but you do know that it was a massive shakeup for all of the world of magic when that happened. Xavier, you don't particularly remember anything either.
Mistral, I'm sorry. Mystryl.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, Maestra is the current goddess of magic.
Yeah, Maestra is the current, Mistral is the dead one.
Yep.
You infer, Adir, much what Joe did. There's nothing of interest that remains in this room. Anything that was interesting in the sarcophagus was likely looted, unless it was dangerous, as was the case with that battle axe that you had found previous, the one that was magic flying around axing people.
I just wanted to ask us a question.
Yeah, any loot in this area that is not well hidden has likely already been taken and moved elsewhere in the dungeon by the cultists, is what you discern, Adir. So the only loot that you'll be able to find, unless you can find the cultist treasure room, is dangerous or very well hidden stuff.
Yep. But Adir says we should just move along, folks. Just move along.
Alright.
Joe, you're kind of walking at the front, so you decide the pace.
Alright.
Looks like there's another set of rubble to the north and south.
Hey,
you see a door to the south and a door to the north.
Before I'm gonna go. Hey, Joe. I noticed you still need a little bit of healing, and I'll use my healing hands ability, and you get 2.
A deer touches you, and a strange holy light passes from his body into yours, revealing a deer to be an Aasimar. There's all sorts of rumors constantly about his race, that a lock of their hair will bring you good fortune and love. Much like their Alvazirs, because you're both the same race. You recognize that ability, both of you. Joe, you know that there's rumors about how when an Aasimar are born, it's great luck to the family. They're always destined for greatness. And a deer and Alvazir, you know that comes with a heavy cost. Anyone who discovers that you are an Aasimar, normally if you're not wearing some kind of headgear to cover up the fact that you have very unique hair and eye colors, as well as skin, facial tone. Some of you are even born with halos above your head. Forces of evil tend to target you guys first, because any devil or demon that slays an Aasimar is granted a promotion almost immediately.
If anybody wants to make a knowledge check, a history or religion check.
History or religion?
Nope, Joe doesn't know. You know I'm kind of like Alvazir, that's what you know.
Oh, snap. So you have a halo?
No halo.
No halos.
I just have really cool looking hair with.
Yeah, they have.
You don't understand. I have my hairs are each 2 different colors, but yet they're not dyed.
Yeah.
I reach out and stroke that person's hair.
Joe reaches out. Joe walks past Alvazir, reaches out to stroke his hair. At the same time, he strokes Alvazir's holy feathers.
I don't know what to. Xavier made a religion check.
Nice.
So you could tell that I'm not quite like Alvazir. I'm not the same type of Aasimar. In fact, there's something a little dark about me. Something a little off. Like maybe one of the good gods didn't touch my family like they did hers. Like maybe a god from the other side did. It's a little freaky.
I mean, characters drow, dark recognize dark.
Yep, you recognize it. It's very dark.
Xavier is gonna tap on a deer's shoulder and try and ask him a question. I see you use magic. What kind of caster are you?
I'm the best kind.
Did you go pirate all of a sudden, Xavier?
That's pretty much what I've been doing for Xavier's voice the whole time.
Oh my gosh, I only now picked up on that you're essentially doing pirate. Continue.
It's not pirate, it's more insane.
Yeah, but you sound like Yar, what caster be?
I can go full pirate. And what kind of caster would be the best kind, if I may ask?
I'm the kind that can both heal and destroy. Just make sure you want to stay on the side that heals.
I'm gonna pull one of the books out and present it to a deer and just flat out ask him, "Can you use this?"
You got.
He's got one of the spell books.
Yeah, I had the 3.
Sorry, my network connection's being crappy. I caught maybe every other word.
He's holding out one of the spell books and asking if you could utilize it.
A spell book? Thank you. I guess.
I wasn't sure if you could use it, so I was asking if you could.
Well, I like them. I like to read.
Do you give him the spellbook, Xavier?
As he has not given a straight answer, I'm just going to shrug and give him the black one that Gregory had.
The cursed book.
Yeah, Gregory took it and died, so I'm going to give it to the new guy.
Don't forget, Joe, you still have that spellbook of the caster who killed Gregory.
Yes,
It has that lock on it. You have a tiny key as well.
I do have a key. I have a key. That's nice.
Yeah, you got a key from her hair, as someone did. I forget who.
Do we have 4
I do have a
spellbooks
key.
now then? Because we had picked up 3 originally.
You have 4, yeah.
Okay.
Is it,
Nice.
Can I...
The last one you haven't been able to open yet.
For my turn, can I open that book?
Adir, Xavier, and Alvazir, as you guys are doing your things, you see him take out the book, and he's got the key out as if he's gonna do something with it. We'll get to that in a moment. Alvazir, what are you doing first? As Joe, you need to heal too, so increase your HP.
I was gonna slap him on the back of the head and say, you take south, I'll take north. So,
okay, I take south.
You get
do you heal him as well? Okay, Alvazir also uses healing hands, passing holy light into your body. You heal 2 again. So, go up to 24.
Yeah.
You guys open the doors at the same time, or are you waiting for the group to come up? What's happening?
Adir's going to get behind the group while they do that.
Joe puts the spellbook away.
Darn.
Well, you're opening a door right now, right? All right. So are you guys doing this at the same time, or who's opening their door first?
Let's do it. Same time. Let's go. We both open them.
1, 2, 3. And I slam my fist into a doorknob and open it, turn it.
Oh.
I can't go through a door. There we go.
There's nothing over here.
The north is covered in rubble. It's nothing important. The bottom one, however, an open sarcophagus stands at the back of this dusty crypt. Your light from your ass casting strange shadows through the room. Its heavy stone lid is laying on its side between the sarcophagus and the south wall. The north-facing side of the sarcophagus, however, bears faded frescoes of spear-wielding warriors charging across golden plains on horseback.
That sounds pretty fancy.
Oh, nice. I walk up to the sarcophagus.
Okay. You look into it and you see that it appears to just be dust filled with dust and a few scattered bones.
Oh, dust and bones? Oh.
I cast guidance on Joe.
Feel something guiding Joe.
Where does the guidance make what? Wait.
Well, if you were to roll something like a perception, investigation, a survival, anything like that, you can roll a d4 and add it to any of those skill checks for the next minute. Okay, roll a d4 and add that on if you want to use the guidance. Or you can save it.
/ roll d4?
/ R space 1d4.
1d4. So,
that's fine. 10's not bad. A more thorough search of that sarcophagus, as you look through, Joe, reveals that the bottom is actually a false bottom made of an inch-thick kind of plaster. There's no way to lift the plaster. You would have to break through it.
Oop.
I'm waiting outside.
Hey, dwarven lady, you want to come stand in front of me for a second?
I'm not a dwarf.
Oh.
You're thinking of her character from Dungeon and the Mad Mage, dude.
Am I? Oh, sorry.
She is an Aasimar. She looks like an elf with wings.
You know, it's hard to keep these things straight. I got so many fantasies running around in my head.
What's going on?
Joe's about to punch something.
Joe has not communicated yet that there is anything at the bottom of that sarcophagus.
Oh, guys, the sarcophagus bottom looks suspicious and fake. I say we smash it.
I just feel better with, somebody wearing armor in front of me.
Alright. Go on, Joe. I'll move forward. Let's do it.
Yeah, do I roll attack?
Oh, hold on. Everyone needs to refresh and rejoin the Roll20. This is a glitch that's been happening lately, but it just boots everybody into weird, different alternate universe games.
Oh,
it's strange. You should note that everyone along the bottom just left. Everyone needs to refresh. Really annoying.
I just saw it.
Yeah. You might need to redo any rolls or actions done right when that happened. Apparently, the sarcophagus is so, valuable on the inside, it just blew up our game. Remember, again, to the people watching, you can grant an inspiration any one of the players by typing in their character name.
It's not loading.
It'll take a bit.
Okay.
Like I said, this is a frustrating... Ow, kitty. Should be able to see by this point.
Yeah, I can.
Before we break open this thing, Javier, are you gonna move in here with us?
Not after the battle axe. I think I'm good out here. Thank you, though.
Stinkin' or Lana are on standby if you want them to move up, Alvazir.
Yeah, we'll be alright.
Okay.
Maybe. Anything will load.
Do you tell Joe to go ahead then?
Joe, all you.
Alright, I will attack the wood, oh, hold up. I think it's still lagging for me. Because I can't, yeah.
Definitely is.
Loading.
Yeah.
Nothing's loading right now. Give it a second, guys.
Okay.
Alright.
Worst case, refresh. Yeah, just refresh again. Yeah, I just got a whole thing. It's been doing this since they updated it recently. Because they updated it, they changed the entire control screen.
Refreshing.
Yeah, they updated it, changed the control scheme, and then just went and just put it back. Like, immediately. It's kind of funny. Xavier, don't open your character sheet while it's loading. That actually causes glitches most of the time. Saw you doing that stream.
Oh, sorry.
You might need to just refresh again.
Yeah. Wait till after it loads, then open your character.
I'm still waiting on my stuff to load too. I can't actually see the book yet. I need to get a copy of this book in person. If I can do that, then. Yeah. I don't particularly feel like waiting, and I want to keep the game moving, so how about while we wait for it to load? The only thing you guys are missing are your character. Oh, there we go. My thing just finally loaded.
I think mine's loaded.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, mine's loaded.
There we go. I got my character sheet back.
Did they hilariously update it? I think that what just happened is an update literally just went through because the font is now different in my my book. It's slightly smaller. Thanks, Roll20. Yeah, I think they just updated the font size to be slightly smaller and it fucked everything up. Thanks, Roll20.
Thanks. We love y'all.
Alright, so you want to smash through the plaster. You can roll me in athletics or make me an unarmed attack.
Athletics.
Okay. You deliver a vicious punch to the plaster and smash through it. You then kind of like spread your hands out, breaking through more and more of the plaster. You see that there's a cavity below that contains a humanoid mummy floating in a shallow pool of red brine. In its eye sockets, you see that there are 2 gemstones, and I'll send you what they look like.
Uh-oh.
They are a clear bluish white color.
Where do you post that in Discord?
Yes, I'm going to post it. Actually, I'm going to post it on the Twitch, in our Twitch chat. Oh, I actually am not able to Twitch chat. So yes, the picture of these gems will be in the Rough Factory IC chat.
Alright. Where's right, there we go.
But its eyes are filled in with those sort of white, bluish, clear, reflective gemstones in the mummy's eye socket.
It's opal.
It is. Joe cries out, "It's opal!" with no testing or rolls to support that theory. But there is a mummy down there floating in red brine.
Can I make an action or do something?
It's up to you. Alvazir's there, Adir and Xavier are there too. Are any of them doing anything first?
Would like
Are
to grab
any of them
knives.
doing anything first is what I want to know, Joe.
I'm hanging out where I'm at. I heard him shout,
Dear-
"It's opal!" And I'm not moving.
Adir and Xavier, you can't see what's happening, but Joe has yelled out triumphantly, "It's opal!"
I'm gonna shout back, "What's opal?" Question.
Opal is a type of mineral gemstone inside deep in the earth used to create gems and jewelry.
So the barbarians are
So
geologists.
Lane's weirdly accurate.
I meant, what were you looking at? But alright.
Wait, what, Opal? Wait, what?
Oh my god.
Joe seems confused, Alvazir, as he begins talking to his nipples again. Alvazir?
Wait, so is this like down there? Would we have to go down there to get it, or can we just reach down there?
You can reach down there if you want. Joe has removed the plaster barricade. It was a false bottom.
I'm just gonna reach down there, and I guess I'm gonna grab the mummy. I'll pull that up.
The mummy?
Grab the entire mummy, pulling him up out of the sarcophagus. He drips red brine as you pull him out.
I set him up, trying to be a little nicer for disturbing him.
You take him out of the sarcophagus and set him propped, sitting against the wall.
There you go.
Oh,
You say, "There you go," and gently pat him on the head.
good mummy,
And
pat
then I
pat.
step back, because I'm not doing anything else with that.
You then step back. The mummy does not protest you stepping back.
That's a good sign, I guess.
Hey Joe,
Yes.
opals are valuable. You should take them.
Of course I will.
Adir
grab
is
it.
very
I
uncomfortable with this. I mean,
As
somebody
you
went
try
through the
to-
trouble.
As
Wait.
you try to talk, Joe, Adir, I already heard him say the action. So Adir goes, Opal, like someone went through the. That's about as far as you get before Joe reaches in and grabs the 2 gemstones, ripping them out of the eye sockets.
Oh my god.
I regret my action. I should have smashed the head first with the axe.
Joe, you now look at the head, now gemstone-less, and debate smashing the head in with your axe.
Can I
Please
smash
don't,
it?
Joe. No.
It might come to life. We should kill it again.
Guys, Joe takes out his battle axe and is looking at the.
Oh,
Okay, does anyone do anything before he swings? Because he did do an action, so you guys can decide to do something before he swings at the mummy.
Adir is just going to be very uncomfortable with grave robbing and slip out even farther back outside the room.
I'm going to try to tackle him while he's doing that.
I'm going to shout. Maybe they hid more gems inside the body.
Oh,
Joe-
so we should pick up the body or rip it up?
Alvazir, go ahead and move closer to Joe. Joe, you pocket the 2 gemstones. Add 2 gemstones from the Dead 3 dungeon into your inventory. As you bring out your great axe and are like, it might come to life, we should smash it. Alvazir, you run forwards and tackle Joe.
Wait, tackle me.
Please don't disturb the mummy. You can decide if there's shit inside of it without destroying it.
Well, the thing is, it might come to life like that one time a few hours earlier. We thought they were dead, but they came back to life. It might happen
Yeah,
again.
You also tried to poke one of those and they grabbed you. This one didn't grab me and it's doing just fine sitting there.
It's missing its gemstone eyes now. Now its eyes are just empty black nothingness that lead into the back of its mummy skull.
While they're arguing, Adir's going to say, "Better safe than sorry," and he'll just set the whole thing on fire.
Oh my god.
The mummy?
Yes.
Oh, I support that action. Wait a minute, I'm up right next to the mummy.
It's okay, he missed you. Probably. I think.
The mummy corpse is wet from the red brine, so it doesn't ignite. What that does do, however, is roll damage.
Oh crap.
Uh-oh.
Does 1 damage.
Oh no.
You do. Where were you aiming at the mummy?
Whatever I could see.
So just center of mass?
Yeah, center mass.
When your firebolt slams into the chest of the mummy, the concussive force breaks in the ribs and causes the skin there to fall away, revealing that in place of a heart, there is a heavy cloth bag.
Ooh.
More stuff to take.
I was right. Does that mean I lay claim to it?
I'm not touching it again.
I'll
You
go
know
in and grab
what?
it.
You said it. It's all yours.
Xavier, do you walk up to the mummy and
Yes.
take the cloth bag?
Where's the mummy located?
Currently right here.
Right there.
Sarcophagus just sitting there.
Oh yeah, I'm walking up and reaching right on in and grabbing that cloth bag.
I'm curious what's
Grab
inside
the cloth bag. It appears to be tied. The cloth bag is a red color, painted like blood. Do you open up the bag and by untying the drawstring?
I'm going to try to tie it. I can't speak English apparently. I'm going to try and untie it and look inside to see what's inside of the bag.
The bag unties easily. Inside is... Hold on. Oh, that's not the right one. One moment. Actually. Hold on.
I'm back.
Cool. Inside is a set of appears to be 8 rye beans.
8 rye beans?
No, dry.
Dry beans.
Dry. They are green, brown, various colors. It doesn't matter what color they are. Each one has a different one.
Can I roll a nature check to see if I can figure out what kind of beans they are?
Yes. They aren't any kind of naturally occurring beans. Instead, they seem to be some sort of magical item.
Ooh.
What's in the bag, Javier?
Beans. I've got beans. I'm going to put the beans back in the bag and tie it up and put it away.
What kind of beans?
I don't know, but that makes them fun. We'll eat good tonight.
Alright. I'm squeezing by you. I'm moving on.
All right.
So add that bag and add those
8 beans.
mysterious gemstones. Yeah, he's got 8 beans.
And on the way out, I'll launch one more firebolt just to make sure the thing's destroyed.
Oh, god damn it. Alright, let me pour another one.
Yeah!
Oh, god.
I want him to pass out.
Jesus, your firebolt slams to the corpse. Despite the red brine on it, this time it does ignite. The mummy burns to a crisp, and you feel a little bad for just whatever this dude was.
Yeah, Adir's feeling real bad about Grey Robin anyways, but since the group was so excited, he keeps it to himself.
Was there anything else that fell out of the body when it burned up?
No, it just burned to a crisp.
I shrug and shake my head at Nadir.
Alright, hold on. Here, hold on. I need some chaser for this.
Chaser?
Oh,
I'm just gonna take a sip. I'm gonna drink the shot, and then I'm gonna take a sip of ginger ale behind it.
Oh.
Oh my. So, can I try something rough when you're done?
Sure, go ahead. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, I regret the ginger ale. Ah! Oh, that does not taste.
That was a horrible idea.
Oh, ginger ale and whiskey. Bad choice, guys.
Oh,
don't do it.
Yeah,
Whiskey
you should have
and Coke.
bourbon. You should have bourbon and ginger ale. That's a good choice.
Oh,
Bourbon and ginger ale, and then whiskey and Coke.
yeah. I don't have Coke. I had ginger ale. Oh, that tastes bad. Oh, if you guys think that's bad, I once watched an anime with a buddy of mine, and in it they had this drink called oolong tea, and it was half vodka and half whiskey. That was it in a big glass. And last year, my roommate decided that we would try it, and what we didn't have vodka and we didn't have whiskey. No, we had vodka. We used rum and vodka, and just mixed it half and half. Tasted fucking awful. So we tried adding chocolate liqueur to it. I don't know why we thought that would work, but we were probably really fucked up from the oolong tea. And my God, it was the worst night. God, please, never again. Don't do it, guys. It's not worth it. Anyways.
I had Fireball and Bailey's, and that tasted like gingerbread cookies, actually.
Ooh.
It's a weird mix that actually ended up good.
Joe, what are you doing? You said you wanted to try something.
I was wondering, I was just a question. So, how deep is that brine inside the sarcophagus? Is it deep?
It didn't seem very deep. The mummy was half in, half out.
Can I put my hands in the water and see if there's anything hidden in the water? Or brine?
I mean, I can't stop you from doing such a thing.
I will do so. I searched the chateau. You
stick your hands in what was likely preserving the mummy all this time, and begin to slosh it around. It smells like formaldehyde, and it slightly burns any cuts or nicks you might have on your hand. But otherwise, you do not feel anything else in the sarcophagus. And you know, as you pull it out, that your hands are sizzling a little bit. You might have burned your fingertips off from that.
You know, Joe, that might be a carcinogen.
I don't even know what that word means, but it sounds like magic.
Yeah, it's the type of magic that gives you cancer.
Oh my God!
You know what? I don't care if the Twitch chat doesn't tell you to gain an inspiration. Gain an inspiration to do
That was
good.
great.
Oh,
The kind of man gives you cancer.
oh, nice.
The magic of terminal disease.
Well, gentlemen, now that we've thoroughly defiled this gravesite, are you ready to continue?
I'm already up ahead a little bit. Still shaking my head at y'all.
Alright, I'm gonna follow Xavier.
Yep.
Right.
I'll let Joe go in front of me.
There's another door to your south.
There's a door.
I like to keep the meat. A deer likes to keep meat shields in front of him.
There's another door, guys. I'm opening it.
You open it?
Yeah. I opened the door.
A moment.
I'm about to die, guys. Oh, okay.
No, I mean, hold on.
Oh, I'm about to die, guys. Oh, shit.
Oh my God!
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You open the door without listening first.
That was a sweet move.
Sweet.
Inside this room, 6 moaning humans with rotting flesh shamble about this dusty crypt which reeks of death. An open stone sarcophagus rests against the back wall, its shattered lid laying in pieces around on the floor around it. They immediately all turn to you and go, Ugh! Roll initiative, everybody.
Hell yeah. Select your character first.
Yep, hold on, let me get rid of the... Yeah, select your character first and then roll.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Joe gets excited.
This gonna hurt.
Yep.
Especially since I'm in front of this funnel of shit.
Turn undead. Turn undead.
Alvazir, you're first. You still have the door handle in your hand.
Oh, do I get to do something?
Yeah, it's your turn first.
Yeah, I'll turn undead.
You're gonna cast Turn Undead?
Yeah, that thing.
Holding the door in your hand still, you grab hold of your holy symbol and raise it above your head, putting it in front of you. What does your holy symbol look like?
Well, it's probably in the shape of a crane or a gray heron or something like that.
Pull out a sort of crane symbol, stylized to be nice to look at. You point it out between, and you speak Prayer. Go on, pray for me. Censor the undead. Give me a prayer. Give me a holy prayer for your goddess.
Let me just... Here we go.
Also, what's the DC?
DC?
It's, against your spell save DC. Go ahead and look that up.
Oh, I don't actually know. How do I
It's on your spells.
It'll be on your spells tab.
Right at the top.
Yeah.
It'll say spell save DC.
Yep.
It'll be a big number.
What is it, 13?
Yeah.
Okay, anything that I put a mark on is afraid.
Cool.
Anything that isn't is unaffected. Go ahead and tell me your prayer while I'm doing that.
I'll just say Avariel. Is it Avariel? Avariel?
I don't know, you should know your god's name.
Oh gosh. I don't know how to pronounce these.
Google it.
Queen of the Avariel. Ardry? I don't know how to say this.
Yeah, that's not the important part. Just go for it.
Yeah, just go for it. Go nuts. You don't need to pronounce it right. You're fine.
I sing song voice at them. Darkness, back off. I guess.
You say darkness, fuck off!
I guess.
I guess.
Oh yeah, you had a I guess at the end. Your bold-faced, almost blasphemous prayer seems to terrify the majority of the undead in the back. The ones at the front, however, continue to shamble towards. That was an action. You still have a move action and a bonus.
I don't really have anything I can do. I'll look around the room while I'm standing here.
You see everything I described previously. Do you need another descriptor?
So I'm not going to see anything else if I do anything, really.
You can go ahead and roll a perception, but it's hard to see past all the zombies right now. You're a little bit more preoccupied with them.
Sweet. I'll just get in a defensive stance ready to take whatever they hit me with.
Yep, you hold your shield up in front of you between you and the nearest zombie. Stink then rushes up around the corner and goes to the first zombie and goes, "Yeah! Darkness, fuck off!" And he casts Vicious Mockery on him. Oh, I clicked on Joe for some reason in his sheet instead of Stinks.
Hey.
Yeah.
Got that one damage.
The zombie does not seem perturbed by his darkness fuck off, however. And we go to this zombie's turn, and it goes over to here. Yeah, it goes over to here. Does it want to be near you? A deer.
A deer can't really see anything. All he only hears stuff going on. He says, "Do you need any help in there?" Hearing nothing, he's just gonna hang out where he's at.
I think we're good for the moment.
Xavier. Are you just dropping an initiative, or are you just passing your turn?
I guess. Nope, I'll take the dodge action.
Cool, you take the dodge action.
In case anything happens, I'm just ready to move.
Good call. Xavier.
We took a short rest, right?
You did, yes. So you have your... I can't remember if Action Surge recharges on a short. I think it does.
I think it's short.
Wind does.
It should say so in the.
I gotta
say
pull
so
up
in
the
your description.
I gotta pull up the
just
character thing.
If you just hold on. If you just click the chat bar, anything that you put in will come up.
Yeah, when I made this one, I forgot to put that.
Okay, no worries.
And that is why you fail.
That is why you fail, young one.
I'm sorry.
Oh boy, that whiskey's
on a short or long rest. So short or long. So I'm gonna use second wind to be able to take, or not second wind, action surge to be able
Go
to.
ahead.
Yeah, and I'm gonna shoot at this one.
Go ahead. As a note, that one's in melee, so it gets a +2 to its AC, but it's also a zombie. It's making no effort to defend itself. That'll hit. Roll damage. An arrow sinks into its body and deals 7 damage. Just hit it in its upper chest. Second arrow finds its mark. Roll damage. That one thunked into one of its legs. The zombie is still coming at her, though. Are you moving at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move over here, I guess, for now.
Cool. Step back to there. Next up is this zombie here, and it goes to here. Joe.
Alright. So I'm gonna step right. Oh wow, there's a shit ton of zombies.
Most of them appear to be cowering from Alvazir's holy symbol.
Can I?
By the way, Alvazir, you've let go of the door now, and you've let your holy symbol, which is probably tied to a necklace or something, swing back to your chest, and it's just giving off light still, preventing them from coming closer. The 2 zombies that do not give a fuck, though, are battering against your shield.
I have a question, Ruff.
I have an answer, Joe.
If I roll advantage and throw a javelin, is it possible to pierce through one and hit the other?
If you were to nat 20, yes.
I will risk it, because I also want to have you drink too.
Oh boy. So you're rolling at advantage? How did you roll at advantage? Oh, you can't reckless attack a thrown weapon. Spent an inspiration?
Wait, what happened?
How did you roll at advantage?
I used an inspiration.
Okay, cool, just checking. That does hit, though, still, so go ahead and roll damage. So you hit the one in the front.
I was hoping to get a 20 to get you drunk.
I know you were.
That's my goal for today.
It's working. I've taken... if you want, I'll send you all a picture of the shot glass I've been drinking out of.
It's like a shot and a half at least. Probably.
Do it. Send us pictures.
Yeah. Here, hold on. I don't have anything in it right now, but I'll send a little picture.
Where is it going?
It's gonna be in selfies. I'm just trying to get good lighting so you guys see it.
Let's see, where's selfies? There it is. Oh man. I regret drinking alcohol.
I mean, I think anyone who has ever drank alcohol ever says that at one point.
Pretty much.
That's the shot glass I've been using. So I've had, what, 4 or 5 of
That's a shot
those?
glass?
That's a fancy shot wine glass. Freaking, oh my god.
Shot glass? That's like something a vampire uses to drink blood, man. That's not shot glass.
But yeah, that's what I mean by I've been pouring really big shots, guys. So your javelin jams into its gut, sticks there, quivering slightly. And that zombie's just terrified, doesn't want to come near. Erlana then goes. She steps to here, peeks around the corner, and hurls a pair of daggers out. There's the first dagger, there's the second. She should not be rolling at advantage, so I'm going to re-roll both of those.
Both be nat 20s? Dang it.
Yep. Both daggers sink into the target. The first one dealing 7 damage, and the second one only dealing 4, because she doesn't get her mod on it. The first one sinks into it. One moment. The first one sinks into the zombie. And it sinks deeply into the zombie's skull, but it doesn't look like it penetrated fully. The creature still stands. The second dagger, and it nat ones. Give me a sec. The second one, the dagger actually goes straight through its head, much like you would hope, Joe, and punctures into the one behind it, dealing a point of damage.
Nice.
Drink up.
So zombies, when they hit a certain health, they get to roll a con save that has a DC attached to it to see if they actually die or not.
Okay.
And it just rolled a nat 1 on its con save to see if it would die or not. So,
Bottoms up.
I poured this bitch full.
That zombie blew up.
Yeah, it kind of.
On its own.
It's dead.
Chug, chug, chug.
It's dead.
It's
and the dagger punctured. Yeah, it's con save back. The dagger punctured through and into the one button. It did, so the other one, however, moves up behind it. I'm gonna drink on the Alvazir's turn, just I want to roll their stuff out of the way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It steps. It nat ones.
You better start drinking.
The zombie accidentally killed itself.
Oh god. It doesn't kill itself, but it walks up and it swings at you, overestimates its swing, and just lands prone on top of the other one in front of you. Tripping over the other one. Meanwhile, the ones in the back continue to cower. Give me a moment. This is gonna... Hot. Oh god.
No, I'm drinking with you, and I've gone through more than half a bottle of mead.
Nice.
Great.
Before Erlana finished her turn, Adir grabs her and moves her to the square behind him. So he has somewhere to move when it's his turn.
Yeah, she had movement left. She just does that. Without you wasting anything. Oh, there's the first one. Oh boy. Oh.
Ziggy zaggy, ziggy zaggy. Oi, oi, oi.
Ziggy zaggy. Oi, oi, oi. I want to keep this moving, so go ahead and take your turn while I'm doing this. You have advantage if you're striking the one in front of you because he's prone.
I sure am.
Oh.
And I'm gonna two-handed. Well.
You put your shield away to two-hand your warhammer. Does it have the versatile trait?
Versatile? Is that?
Yeah. If you two-hand something with the versatile trait, it actually increases the damage dice, like longswords.
Yeah, I have a one-handed option.
Oh, it does? Okay, yeah. So you two-hand this bitch. Oh god, I don't want to do it.
Chug, chug, chug.
Mommy, please. That
ziggy
hits
zaggy,
full damage.
ziggy zaggy.
Oh, yikes.
Yes.
I think we're all dying.
You smash into its head, dealing 9 damage. The zombie is still functional, however. And Joe goes, I don't think you heard me the first time, but darkness! Fuck off! The zombie still, however, does not seem to be particularly bothered by this. Adir.
Adir steps up over here. He
it's prone, so you'll have disadvantage to hit with a range.
Wait, disadvantage to hit with range if it's prone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Adir will just can you get close enough to smack it with his staff?
No, because you cannot occupy the same space as the player.
Oh.
If your staff had reach, then yes.
Oh, it does not have reach.
You could firebolt one of the ones cowering from the holy symbol, but you being an Aasimar are kind of aware how holy stuff works.
Yep.
That'll cancel the fear on that one target.
No, I'll try to firebolt the one in front of me. I will try to firebolt it. Hang on to your hats. 14.
That hits.
Wait, So that says 25 and it says +5. What does
That
that
would
mean?
have been a nat 20, but he was rolling at disadvantage.
Okay, so
Yeah,
the gray is what it would have been. Is that
The
correct?
gray is what it would have
Dang
been.
it.
Okay.
No, yeah. So when you roll at advantage, you roll twice and you take the higher roll. When you roll at disadvantage, you roll twice, take the lower roll. So the gray is just saying, since I was at a disadvantage, the higher roll doesn't count.
Okay, that makes more sense now. I haven't
That's-
really understood what's happening in those.
Yeah, that's why yours, when you up there, were that 21. So you had advantage on that. So you rolled twice and you took the higher roll.
Okay.
Exacamundo.
And then the +5, that's my skill. That's my proficiency plus my spellcasting ability
Yeah.
to hit. I did 6 fire damage.
Perfect. Whoosh. You deal 6 fire damage.
And then I will back up here, and that'll be it.
Okay. Zombie is taking the dodge action. Go ahead, Xavier.
Okay.
You have to be in this square to make a ranged attack at this point. Yeah.
I'm gonna move here, make a ranged
Step
attack.
there, you look around the corner, you see the one prone on the ground, it will be disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
For the one that's prone on the ground. The 4 in the back are open targets, though.
It went in the back.
Actually, hold on. I can move into the room, can't I?
Yeah, there's that zombie there, so you'll have to roll me an acrobatics to move through the prone one's space. Alvazir, as a note, you know that if any of the ones cowering from your holy light are struck, it will end that effect.
Oh, struck? I thought it was just
If-
okay. That
Oh,
makes
They-
sorry,
they-
hold on.
If they take any damage, they will no longer be afraid of your holy symbol. That one that's hit, not all of them. Yeah, you nimbly jump past the zombie's grasping hands. Go ahead and end right there. Normally you wouldn't be able to move through his space, but he's prone right now, so yeah.
Okay, and I'm gonna pull my scimitar then
Yep.
and hit him with. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and hit him with a scimitar.
You have advantage. As you nimbly use Alvazir as a springboard, foot touching on her shoulder, so you dive into the room using the doorway to swing through, landing where you're at. You then plunge downwards with your scimitar, striking the zombie. Roll damage. Slash it for 3. Anything else?
I don't think there's anything else I can really do, so I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay. Joe.
Alright. I would like to throw how many javelins do I have? Another javelin at the zombie, please. If that's
You
okay.
may. Roll at disadvantage because it's prone.
Prone. Oh
Crap,
no.
Wes.
Hi.
I forgot something.
What did you forgot?
I forgot that I've got the internal injury.
You did. Your internal injury acts up immediately, Xavier, because you've forgotten it previously. You sink down the wall as pain racks your entire form automatically with no save.
Okay.
You should probably put a marker on your token so you remember it.
Yep, you can put markers on your own tokens and such.
How do I do
Sink
that?
Down.
Click on your token, click on the little ball at the bottom, and then pick a marker. I
Oh.
like to use one of the colored dots because all the other markers mean something.
The exertion of the fight causes Xavier to suddenly grasp at his chest and put his back against the wall as he slides down it painfully, unable to act for the next few rounds. Joe,
Yes.
throw your javelin at disadvantage. Prone if you're targeting the one on the ground.
Can I target the two in the back?
You absolutely can. Alvazir hasn't told anyone any warnings about that, so yeah, go ahead and roll it normal.
Just hit the one of them.
You hurl your javelin at the one nearest to you, and it sinks into its body, dealing 9 damage and ending the effect upon it.
Nice.
Cowers. Ilana peeks around the corner and pulls the same attempt as Xavier to acrobatics into the room past it.
Does
She
cartwheels.
easily lands here past Xavier, and then aims 2 wicked slashes at the zombie. Both of which should have been an advantage, but I'm not going to bother because they hit anyways. The zombie crumbles to pieces as her dagger punctures its brain.
Is everybody else hearing fine right now?
Huh?
Yeah.
Everybody else hearing fine right now?
Yeah, I mean, Patch cuts in and out a little bit, but I'm picking it mostly up.
Do I? I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me get a little closer to my mic.
Like,
This
I
zombie-
understood everything you said, but I just, like, it was a little...
Yeah. This zombie steps forward and sensing that Xavier is unable to defend himself right now, falls atop him. Xavier, does an 11 hit your AC?
No.
The zombie grabs hold of Xavier and begins trying to chew its way through his armor. Alvazir.
I'm just gonna...
Please come get this thing off me.
Yeah, I'm gonna two-handed this thing. Here you go. Lame.
That hit, but what are you aiming at? You're not in range of anything.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
So I am not prone.
Nope, I know, that's something else that had that marker on it. You're
Oh.
fine. That hits, and you deal 8 damage, bringing your warhammer into its head. The zombie staggers away from Xavier and raises its arms at you. Dink then steps in and goes, Jesus Christ, why are none of you listening to me? Darkness, fuck off! This time the zombie seems mildly perturbed and a bit of ichor leaks out of its nose.
Aw.
Ooh. It gets disadvantage
It
on
goes,
the next roll, right?
Fuck yeah! And then runs out to here. Yes, it does. Deer.
Nice.
Neat.
All right, a deer's gonna step up here and peek around the corner. So this is a show. So that zombie right here,
Yeah.
he's gonna launch a firebolt at.
Go ahead.
A firebolt. Burn, zombie scum.
Blast of
Dude.
fire lances out and strikes the zombie, ripping off part of its face, but it seems to still be functional.
2 fire damage.
Anything else?
Nope, that's his turn.
Okay. Xavier, you are you're not feeling so good. Roll me a death save.
How do I do that? That's a new one. Oh, death save.
Death save. Yep. You gain 1 death failure as your health might be at pretty high, but you're bleeding internally. One of your organs is beginning to fail. You need immediate medical attention, otherwise you are going to die on this floor despite being at full HP. You are... It's only been like 10 seconds fighting so far.
Oh,
Each
sweet.
round is 6 seconds. I believe we've done, 3 rounds?
Yeah.
So it's been 18 out of your 60
Okay.
seconds.
Yeah,
You got
so
tons
when
of time left.
one minute when you're in a fight is 10 rounds.
Yeah. Xavier is dying on the floor, Alvazir. You note that beside that he is going into, what's that, the word for when you,
Shock?
he's going into septic shock. Septic shock.
I wish I'd have known this back when we were wandering around. I would have cured you.
I go
Yeah,
right here.
no, Xavier did not pass on the information that he was not feeling good on his outside. His outsides look fine. He hasn't taken any damage lately since he's been healed. Joe, you step forwards.
I want to cast that step right here. Oh, I can't. Someone's there. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, but you can walk. You can walk where you are, and you can grab one of the javelins out of the bodies that you'd already thrown one into.
Well, I still have 2 javelins left since I only thrown 2 of them, right?
Yes, throw
So
two of them.
I would like to throw another one at that guy right there.
Sure, are you going to use one of the ones you already have, or use a fresh one?
I'll use the one that I haven't thrown yet.
Cool. Grab a fresh javelin off your back. hurl it at the zombie. That hits. Roll damage.
Please kill him.
Your javelin strikes the zombie in the head and punctures straight out the back. And yet the zombie continues to reach for Alvazir.
Damn.
The zombies at the back that have the icon on them just taking the dodge action. Erlana calls out, should I deal with the zombie or try to help Xavier?
Help Xavier. I have no healing at the moment.
Erlana grabs hold of Xavier and rolls a medicine to try and stabilize him.
Sweet!
Oh,
Nice.
she does.
Yes.
I'm drinking with you.
Thank you.
I'm drinking with you too.
I
Let's go.
have less than a fourth left of this bottle.
Oh my god.
Guys, I've drank a lot of this whiskey bottle.
That means you'll feel good tomorrow.
I'm gonna feel it really good tomorrow.
I never feel mead.
I wonder if he's going to. If he's going to make
I
it.
imagine if you drink it, and I've drank large quantities of mead. I'm pretty sure I felt it the next day.
I
Oh
drank
boy.
2 bottles of it last time I had mead, and it was
Ooh, that's hardcore.
good.
That's like old school Viking celebration.
I'm also in Denver, high altitude.
Erlana doesn't cure your condition, but what she does do is, not knowing a hell of a lot about medicine, takes one of her daggers and says, "This is probably gonna hurt," and slams the hilt of it into your solar plexus.
What the hell?
Whatever she did, the shock of it knocks you back to your senses. You're aware that this is still a problem, but whatever she did, much like the fawn smacking a jukebox to make it work, it's inexplicable. And
I'm a
your organs feel a little stronger for it. You'll have advantage on your con checks in the future against this detriment until it gets permanently fixed.
Ooh.
In addition,
know.
Erlana's able to more thoroughly explain your situation. One moment, I'm going to tell you. I can't believe that she's so useful right now. Internal injury. Essentially, you would have to receive a threshold of magical healing equaling 20 or higher in 1 round, or you would have to spend 10 days in bed doing nothing but rest to get this repaired.
20 or higher in 1 round.
20 or higher in 1 round, or you need to spend 10 days resting.
It's going to be hard to pull off at this level, man.
Yeah. Alright, give me a moment, let me...
No, unless we, at least once we get a long rest, we might be able to. If we just
No, I don't even think we could then. I don't get... Like, even
might be
rolling
able to.
perfectly, we couldn't do it.
I mean...
I mean, we could, because I could use my second wind to heal as well, right?
yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Your second wind would count towards that healing.
It'd be 1d10 plus my level,
Yes.
and hit dice, maybe even.
Yeah, I mean, I guess mathematically it's possible. We'd have to get real lucky on our rolls.
Your short rest hit dice will not count towards this, because that is healing that takes place over a long period of time.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah. The more economical option is to just spend 10 days waiting for it to heal. God. Hold on, I didn't even finish that full one. Oh, this is
Finish
awful. Oh, why do I have this as an option? Ugh.
Because you love to punish yourself?
Ah.
So
Hurt me.
if you get too drunk and end it early, we get an automatic level up, right?
An automatic level up.
Alright,
However, we're getting
guys.
close. I've only got another hour to go.
You're
I know
also
we
starting
go
to
till
slur
1
your
a.m.
words.
Sometimes, don't we?
We need
go
some
to 1 a.m.
20s and 1s. We need 20s and 1s.
Moving on, let's keep her moving. Erlana does her turn.
We're
That way
moving?
you guys get more. You guys get more chances to drink the end of the table if we keep it moving. Thank God the zombie doesn't roll an advantage. That would have been 20 if it did. It does hit you, Alvazir, for a total of 5 bludgeoning damage. 21 will beat your AC.
Yep.
Do you want to hit it with lightning, or are you saving that?
gonna save it because I only have one left.
Okay, your turn.
Yeah, how many of those can you do?
I can do as many.
I believe it's equal to her wisdom modifier.
Yeah,
But
so
I can double
do
check. Hold on,
3.
we'll see. This
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Equal to your wisdom modifier, so she can do a total of 3.
Oh, nice.
It's a very powerful ability. For anyone looking to min-max D&D characters, if you ever want to do a cleric that does DPS, take Tempest Domain. Also, a lot of the Tempest Domain gods are really cool if you like playing aggressive clerics.
Oh yeah. Love it. I can walk away and kill shit. It's great.
Are you kidding me?
Yes!
I'm attacking the one in front of me, clearly.
I don't
since
even
I'm-
care. I don't even care that it misses. I'm so happy.
Here, I'm a roll. Oh wait, I don't even get damage out of that. Do I? Oh, there we go.
Nat 1. You know what? You swing. Oh, no, I don't want you to damage yourself. You guys don't have enough healing for that. You swing, your Warhammer slams against the wall, the head shatters into a bunch of tiny pieces.
No!
Warhammer is broken.
I pull up my shield and pull out a spear, since I haven't done anything like bonus.
Grab a spear, you pull out shield. Well, your shield is... Oh, no, you had it
I
two-handed.
was two-handed, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, that happened. Hold
That
on.
happens. I'm drinking with you.
Fuck's sake. Oh my god, why? Why?
What? Did I not type?
Hey, Macarena. Oi.
Sorry. I just want to do a heart symbol!
The roll 20 fucked it up. Don't worry. You know what? Alvazir, after breaking her Warhammer for a brief moment, does a heart symbol at the sky.
There we go. I feel better.
Alright. I have to do this one in sections now. I can't do the whole thing.
Chug,
This is
chug,
big
chug,
glass.
chug, chug.
Big shot glass. Chugging it.
Come on, chug it. Chug it. It's a
Hey.
shot.
I only yell down at one if it's a shot and a half. That thing is like 2, maybe 2.
I'd do it.
It's a big boy fucking cup, I'll tell you
It's a
for.
big boy cup, yo.
Well, us Canadians were known for drinking. Oh yeah, this is hitting now, fellas.
And Mounties.
And moose.
Mounties.
How are our counts for 1s and 20s at the moment?
You want me to calculate it? Hold on. Ones that I've drank for. 2. Not counting the ones that you would have gotten from advantages or disadvantages.
Yeah.
Is 2, 4. This is ones I've rolled 2, by the way. 4, 5. Fresh. Working. 6. Oh god. We're at more than 6. I can't actually count
Okay.
without opening the whole chat log.
Okay. 6.
We're at 6 plus right now, though, friends. And that's like a big glass, so we're at least 12 for me. Oh man, using the big glass was a mistake. I was like, oh, in case they don't roll too many, I better use the big glass.
Yay, Ref is drunk.
Stink steps over to here and goes, you know what? I bet in life you were probably a pretty cool dude, but in death you're a fucking dick! Zombie fails. Zombie explode. We'll get the zombie explode. No, the zombie's okay. His head, like, explodes out half of it. The other half is still there, and he's still grabbing and biting at Elvis. Adir. You flash back to an area you've never been, a dungeon deep and endless. A necromancer with an immortal zombie that would not fucking die no matter how much the DM threw at it. This zombie reminds you of that zombie that you've never heard of or seen before. The moment is as fleeting as it is temporary. You come back to the current system.
I seem to recall a zombie with a melting face. And I'm going to launch Firebolt at it.
Oh, so close to another nat 20.
Oh, you hit. You hit. Go ahead, roll that. Oh, the damage was... Alright, let me see if... God, am I glad he's not rolling advantage. He explodes in a burst of flame. Nothing but ash is left a moment later. The other zombies continue to take the dodge action. Xavier, you are stabilized. You can go ahead and move and act normally.
Okay, I'm going to stand. Okay, I'm going to stand up.
Stand up.
How do I roll this, by the way, the DC?
Con save? Just roll me a Constitution save at advantage.
Okay.
You're good. You can act normally.
Okay, I'm going to take a shot at this one down here.
Okay.
With my bow.
Roll the hit. At normal. That hits. Roll damage. It turns, no longer afraid of the party. Begins to shamble towards Xavier. That one is still afraid and not... but dodging. Joe!
Oh, right. Can I run past this person right there?
Yeah, that's Alvazir. As long as she lets you by, you certainly can.
How dare you? Okay, yeah.
How dare you run past me? You're not allowed. I refuse.
I run straight.
I just yelled, how dare.
I run straight past her and slam into that guy in front of me with reckless attack.
Joe runs by you, hollering a barbarian battle cry, axe raised in both hands above him. He buffets one of your wings, knocking you to the side a bit as he does Alvazir, and brings his great axe down at that zombie. Roll damage. That definitely hit.
10.
Slam your axe into it, dealing 10 damage, entirely slicing off one of the zombie's arm. Its other one reaches for you, threatening, and it's going to try to grab and bite you.
Shit.
A 6 does not hit your AC, however, and you successfully avoid it. Orlana, having retrieved the dagger she had thrown previously, throws a new pair. And I hate the fact that she attacks twice, because it makes it more likely that she'll get a nat 20 eventually.
If she rolls 2, I'm gonna laugh.
The first dagger sinks into the zombie, dealing a total of 6 damage. The zombie, however, does not fall apart. The second one sinks and does 4, also not successfully managing to puncture whatever unholy organ continues to animate it. Jesus. Alvazir, please.
Please.
Ooh, is it warm in here?
Sorry, I was muted. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Is it warm in here? Is it me?
I have a spear.
It's totally not warm at all, Wes.
Hello?
He's
Go ahead, Lilies.
What, did I miss something?
No, you're good. I'm unable to speak now, apparently. Adir, you're occupying the same space as a token right now. I'm guessing you're just looking into the room, right?
Yep.
Yep, okay.
I'm putting this one kind of to my corner.
You cannot occupy the same... Wait, hold on, where are you? Oh, hold on, yeah, you moved underneath another token. Cool, I see you. Yeah, you move forwards and you stab at the zombie that was cowering from your holy symbol. That connects, roll damage. Your spear jams into its chest, dealing 5 damage?
5 damage.
I was just changing the music to the one that plays when you guys have advantage. Because you're winning this fight so far. You stab into it, dealing 5 damage. Zombie, realizing that it has to fight or be permanently destroyed, turns to you.
Sweet.
Stink yells at the zombie that Joe is fighting. You know what rhymes with zombie? Not a hell of a lot!
What the hell?
I can't wait.
Oh my god.
I feel like you're doing this character justice.
The zombie, however, does not fall apart. It goes, damn! That was a good diss, bro. Adir, you're up.
Adir steps up, and he is going to, surprise, surprise, he's going to launch another firebolt right at that clown.
You launch a firebolt at that clown. The zombie is not, in fact, dressed in clown makeup, but he is very clown-like, apparently, as he takes 8 damage from being struck in the chest by a fireball. Well, firebolt. And what kind of clown gets hit by launched fire? Have to be a real buffoon. Xavier, it's your turn!
Yay!
You're able to act normally, tying the DC to ignore your internal injury.
I'm gonna aim at this fucker again.
You aim at that fucker, who is not, in fact, fucking anything at the moment, but could still be described as a fucker by the people in the general vicinity. That hits. Roll damage. Your arrow sinks into one of his eyes, but not deep enough to destroy his brain, apparently, as he continues to reach violently towards the party. The one that Alvazir has struck reaches at her, grabs hold of her shield, and begins to gnaw at the metal. Joe!
Alright. I would like to attack this one right there that's attacking Avazir.
The one that could be described as a clown, yes.
Yes, please.
Raise your battle axe above your head, brandishing it violently. You do a reckless attack, and you bring the battle axe down directly into the nape of the zombie's neck, swinging into it with great gusto and violence. The zombie, however, holds together despite the fact that its neck is now only attached to its body by a minor thread.
I the best.
Clown magic.
Clown magic. The zombie that could be described as a fucker decides to try to take a piece out of you now, Joe, but even with advantage, a 12 does not hit your AC, and you just idly kick the fucker zombie aside. Alana turns to the clown zombie, and utilizing one of her short swords and a scimitar, strike viciously. The short sword hits and deals 5 piercing damage. The zombie, however, despite that it now has a sword going through its chest, continues to reach for its prey. Alvazir.
I'm gonna stab the one that I stabbed last time.
You stab the one you stabbed last time. The zombie
The clown.
could be described as a clown, yes. The zombie, however, holds together still now, even though you have put a spear directly through the center of its skull. It's clear that the necromancer must have chosen its source of essence to be somewhere other than the brain. Stink looks around the corner, leaning against the wall somewhat lazily, and says, Hey! Clown zombie! Your feet were never big enough to be a clown. Zombie, however, in life never intended on being a clown, and as such, it manages to resist the psychic assault. Adir!
Alright. Adir is going to launch a firebolt at the clown.
Cool.
Definitely.
The clown zombie that is not, in fact, a clown.
Yep.
That'll hit. Let me see if this thing survives. Wow, it does. Your firebolt fires directly through one of the gaping holes in its skull.
Why won't you die?
You go, why won't you die? And Snake goes, I know, right? How fucking rude. The other zombie seems to be recovering from its fear of the holy light of your symbol, Alvazir. It's only a few more rounds before it manages to rejoin the battle. Xavier. You go to knock an arrow, Xavier, and for a brief moment you feel something kind of give within you. Do you know those moments where you like almost feel a cramp starting and then manage to stop it?
Yeah.
That's what happened. And you managed to knock your arrow successfully. Who do you let it fly at?
Fuck that clown.
Fuck that clown. Your arrow sinks into it. Oh no, sorry, there's pulling melee with it. You are unable to let it loose as you worry about hitting an ally. And instead, your arrow flies way off the mark, shattering against the wall.
Good arrow.
Say good arrow to it quietly. The zombie is unsuccessful at finding any prey between Joe, Alvazir, and Erlana as it reaches out wildly. Joe!
I would like to attack that thing that's attacking Mazir again.
The clown one? Go ahead.
Yes, please.
That hit. Roll damage.
Oh, that actually hits? Oh.
Yep, these things are, they don't really defend themselves. The thing is that they're very good at just not dying. The zombie nat 20s.
Take a drink.
Drinking!
The zombie
Big
seems
dog.
to heal slightly as you strike into it, and a burst of necrotic energy surrounds its body. As the DM pours another drink, and for a moment you guys feel God become drunk.
Well then,
Hey, drunk god is best god.
Drunk God is fun God.
Who am I?
is
Arrow?
that you, Susan?
Is that me, Susan? Is that you, Susan? I don't know this. Either way, a zombie reaches out for Joe, but it doesn't hit, and then it'll be Alana's turn after I'll kill myself.
Please don't die.
It's okay. No, it's alright. Look, I told everyone as started this tonight, if I go to the hospital one more time, they stamp my card and I get a free falafel.
Wait, one more time. Wait, what?
Hey, that free falafel's important.
Dude, I love to joke about the fact that Canadian healthcare is so good that we have a stamp card system.
You really do?
Yes? Wait,
No,
is that
we-
Joe?
That's a thing. Oh.
No, it's
We all believed it too.
The Americans were like, oh my god, Canada's awesome.
Right? I was like, I want a free falafel. Shit.
Shit, I want to get alcohol poisoning in Canada. Shit.
No, it's not the best. Trust me. So since medical treatments in Canada are free, there's better access to better medical treatments. Meaning that if someone does get alcohol poisoning, in the States you'd have to worry about the cost of getting your stomach pumped. In Canada, that's free.
Wonderful.
So if I get
Canada,
alcohol
what?
poisoning, in Canada it's free to get your stomach pumped if you have alcohol poisoning. So if you drink too much in the States, you have to worry about paying for it later. Canada, they'll just pump your goddamn stomach.
Oh, that is awesome.
So pump your stomach, call you an idiot, and send you on your way.
That's actually literally what happens, yeah. Swings with her short sword and her scimitar, both of which manage to connect.
Oh, so close.
Please don't say so close. The first one is enough to sever the zombie's head from its body. Alvazir. The second one is just a personal fuck you to that zombie.
I'm gonna move forward, and then I'm
I'm
gonna
still
stab them.
drinking that 21.
Oh, I need
Drink.
to keep drinking then.
Drink, Patch, drink.
Yeah. Go ahead, do your thing, Alvazir, while I'm doing that.
I'm gonna stab the one that's not still running away. So the The one
The
on the
fucker.
opposite, the corner. The one not in front of me, the one in the corner.
Yeah, the fucker.
There. Yeah, fucker.
I think that hit.
That definitely hits. But the question is, did you deal enough damage to kill?
Probably not.
Ah!
What the fuck?
That one.
Well,
Yes!
the good news is you killed it.
The good news is you killed it. Also, feel so inspired from killing it, you gain inspiration.
Wait.
Congrats, you get an inspiration as well.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, Xavier. You should almost take over. You could be the DM at this point. Then you got the break. I wouldn't. Fucking hell.
Nah, I'm good. I'm enjoying this. I'm loving that I'm recording this for later.
Stream, we're gonna take a 5-minute bathroom break as the party gets 5 minutes to go do the bathroom, whatever, and I try to drink this.
Oh,
this
don't
next
try,
shot.
chug. You can do it. I believe in you, Wes.
I'm not done in that 20 shot yet.
You can do it. Drink it. Come on, buddy. I have faith in you.
Oh, it's terrible.
I'm gonna get more ice for my drink. I need to drink up.
Resist the peer pressure. You don't
No,
have to.
I believe in him.
Casson, I know I don't have to, but I know I can continue still.
BRB then.
I just need a moment.
Yeah.
Go ahead, take 5 as I pour and drink. Alright,
I'm horrible with you.
pouring up the nat 1 now. The nat 1 now. Oh god.
Pat, you're about there, buddy.
Yep. I'm about at that edge. I got this though. We've got what?
It's
Another
45
40
minutes.
40 minutes.
That alcohol's gonna hit before that timer hits.
No, I'm good.
Shall we sell
I've done
seashells by the seashell?
She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. Fuck you. Woo!
Yeah, and nobody... Did you do it holding your tongue like you're supposed to?
You're supposed to hold your tongue?
You're
What?
supposed to hold your tongue with your fingers when you say that, dude.
Okay, hold on.
She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. What the?
Delete that.
That's going into the data bank and straight to Amanda.
Ugh. Ugh.
You're right there, Ref.
I'm fucking gangbusters.
What?
Gangbusters. Never heard of that saying?
No. Is it a Canadian thing?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just an old slang thing. I pepper some of my speech with old slang. I'm gonna sip this Nat 1 for a while. Gah. I'm already halfway done it.
Come on, Wes. I have faith in you.
Oh, this is terrible.
Rough patch. Rough patch.
Ref.
Rough patch. Rough patch. Rough patch.
Oh no.
Come on, y'all. We got one more zombie to do.
Are we still doing a 5-minute break thing, or is it over?
I'm
We're
waiting
still in
on
the break.
Alex's turn. We're still in the break technically, but once you're all back, we...
Okay, so I'm safe. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Wes. Whisker.
Oh man, I drink too much.
Hi, I'm Wesker. That took a while to register, Xavier, because I was typing to someone.
Oh, hey Wes, you should pretend that shot you're about to take. You should pretend that that's the Super Bowl egg.
Oh boy. Gah.
It's the limit break. Come on, you said we weren't allowed to
Actually,
stop.
I've almost finished the nat 1 shot. Because I've been sipping it while waiting for Alvazir, which was my plan. Haha, you fell for my...
I've been muted sitting here talking to y'all,
Get
and
back.
I've been muted.
So finish that shot up, Pat.
Alright, let me finish this.
You guys are silly.
I have, like, a tiny bit left of mine.
Damn.
Alright. The nat 20 and the nat 1 have drank.
Alright.
Alvazir,
Yeah.
kill another zombie.
Yeah.
Please.
You stab its spear through its head. It's dead.
Wes, we need the music back.
He comes back in. You need the music back? I'm still hearing it on mine.
I don't
I'm not
music
hearing it.
no
I'm
more.
gonna move to stand over the zombie and then sneak. So I'm kind of out of the way.
Oh,
That should
there's the
work.
music. Yeah, I hear it now.
Okay, good. It was
Now it's
working
back.
fine for me. I didn't realize that it wasn't for you.
It's all good.
Stink's turn. What were you saying for him? Oh, you just moved back, Alvazir, a bit?
Yeah, I moved over the one I just killed, so I'm kind of out of the way a little.
Oh. You're in the corner now?
Yeah.
Yeah, she went underneath the token
I don't actually see you there. Hold on.
in the corner.
Yeah, oh, I just moved Joe there back. Oh, there you are. Thank you.
I'm trying.
Hold on, Joe. I'm trying to...
It's all good.
Thank you. Stink goes and he says, some penis joke. Zombie remembers that it does not actually have penis anymore, and it's very, very broken up about this, and it takes 4 damage, and will have disadvantage on its next attack. A deer.
A deer, no surprise what he's going to do.
I'm guessing it's a firebolt.
It is a firebolt. He is kill it with fire.
Kill it. Oh
No.
what?
There's a nat one.
Yeah!
Oh.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh.
Cheers to the nat one. Because I'm finishing
Yeah,
my
nat
bottle
one.
now.
Yes. Oh, yes.
That's such a
Oh,
good
yes.
idea, bro.
Yeah, I'm finishing a bottle of mead. Like, the
cast-
whole bottle is gone now.
Nice.
You're an
Yes.
experienced. I want to hear suggestions for that nat 1. Should I let a wild magic surge happen from that, or would you rather something else happen?
It doesn't matter. If you want to roll on the wild magic table, that's fine.
Oh god, are you a wild mage?
No, he's not.
No, I am
But-
not.
Oh
I'm gonna
geez.
let him. Sorcerers are a little bit closer to that sort of stuff anyway.
Are you
so-
rolling on your expanded 10,000 entry table or something?
I am, yes.
Oh, well, that'll be interesting.
Let's do
Roll
this.
me a number between 1 and 10,000 for my expanded wild magic surge table.
How do you roll that?
Like
I guess
that.
that.
5,880.
You're even in possession of a spell book, and some things on my list only interact with spell books. Very rarely do I have wild magic sorcerers in possession. 5,880, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you were targeting the zombie. Target.
Wait, why did we roll a 10,000?
This is why I'm wild magic surge table. Sometimes when magic happens, it surges and draws energy from forces arcane and unknown. Edir recently invoked the name of the goddess of magic, which made me think that a wild magic surge would be applicable when he rolls certain nat 1.
Alright.
As such, when he calls on his own wellspring of magic, something different happens, and a line bursts between him and the zombie. And the zombie suddenly no longer acts as if he's there. It doesn't notice him, it doesn't believe in him. The effect of this is, Akassin, that the target has ironclad proof that the caster doesn't exist.
Walk up and slap him.
So we have a zombie that just doesn't believe in me.
Because you no longer exist to the zombie, you're unaware of this as of yet. But from now on, anything you do to try and interact with the zombie will automatically fail. Because the zombie knows that you do not exist. You're a figment of its zombie imagination.
Oh.
And I need to drink this, but first I'm going to roll for the zombie, and it will try to do things with people it knows exist.
That's amazing. I really like that.
That's one of the reasons I want to play a wild mage so bad, or a wild sorcerer so bad. They're so much fun.
We have a delusional zombie.
Apparently.
Apparently.
I'm adding that to my list of things that I've witnessed.
A zombie that doesn't believe.
Fair enough.
Joe, you had reckless attack last time, correct?
Yes, I did.
I believe the zombie will hit you then with a 21 and rends into you, dealing 5 damage. Xavier, it's your turn.
No.
Alright. I think
You can
I
act as
survived.
normal.
I'm gonna move right to here, so I've got a clean shot at the non-believer.
Non-believer.
That hits.
Eight.
8 damage is dealt to the zombie as arrow sinks into its body.
Gooey.
Gooey. And, Joe, you're up.
I will attack the last zombie with a reckless attack with my great axe.
You do the usual.
22.
Thank Christ, that hit.
I was hoping for a 1 or a 20.
Drive your axe into the zombie and it rolls to try to hold itself together and succeeds. Erlana, and that is me playing her, swings with her short sword and scimitar. Short sword actually misses. The scimitar hits 9 damage.
Darn.
The zombie's head is cut off and it finally falls apart. You guys finish the battle.
Yay!
Yay!
Now that combat is finished, you guys note that sarcophagus, the end of the room that Alvazir is currently sharing space with. It's hard to see because of all the corpses. I'm gonna delete the zombie tokens, but know that their bodies are still there and that there are 6 of them. Just
Oh,
so
you just
guys
don't want
can
us
see.
borrowing underneath them and shit?
No, I want you to be able to see the room.
Okay,
There.
I wanted to just, be underneath one of them so that I
Yes.
could just disappear.
You just want to cuddle a corpse.
Yeah.
That
I don't
makes
know
sense.
I do not know what this purpose serves, but you can go ahead and do that. But as you guys see Alvazir burrowing like a ferret beneath the zombies in the room, you note that on the north-facing side of the sarcophagus are ghastly images of human cannibalism.
Ooh.
Oop. The deer's gonna throw up.
We should open it.
The sarcophagus is already open. Its shattered lid lays in pieces on the floor around it.
Does
Joe?
it have a false bottom too?
A glimpse into the interior of the sarcophagus only yields you a jawless human skull and a few bone fragments.
Bone fragments?
Bone
Bone
fragments.
fra- Adir is going to reach out and offer guidance to Erlana to do an investigation of the room. Look for stuff. And he's going to tell her, Erlana, search the room, please.
Orlana nods her head and the room, please, utilizing your
Nope.
guidance.
I figured she would be better at investigation, but
It's investigation is normally to piece together pieces of evidence you have found already.
Yeah.
But it takes perceptions and insights to discover said evidence.
What's up?
Normally, the best way to use investigation is to pair it, because it's an intelligence-based skill, is to pair it off with a character that is very good at wisdom-based skills. So, think like a Sherlock Holmes,
but
Dr. Watson
broccoli
kind of
won't
way.
last them as
You
long
guys
as actual
can
food would
agree
have
that
food.
Sherlock Holmes was really
You're
high
diminishing the
intelligent, but not so
entire
good in
point of
wisdom
that.
because he
Like,
couldn't
a box
infer
of food
people's
I can make last
motivations
them
or
a week
body
ago.
language or when it was
Where
appropriate
that broccoli
to do
can last them a
certain
couple
things.
days.
Meanwhile, Watson was really great at noticing
Cheaper,
stuff
yes,
and
not
bringing
lasting
it
as
to
long.
Holmes, who would then piece it all together, kind of.
Considering he also likes to go through them whole
That's the difference between investigation,
It doesn't matter,
perception,
he
and
eats it,
insight.
though.
You need
He may not
perception
like
and
it, but he
insight
eats
to
it.
discover the evidence,
That's why it lasts
and then
longer, because he doesn't
investigation to
eat as
piece
fast,
it all
because he
together.
doesn't like it.
That's
Yeah.
how I rule it anyway.
And especially if three
People can
people
go ahead and
broccoli,
disagree with me
then
at
don't.
well,
two people in a rack.
Disagree with me on that if
You
you'd like,
didn't process
but
that one through
that's
properly.
just the way I like to.
It's okay. It happens. It happens.
Adir will also search the room.
Yeah. Let me give you Orlana's results first, because I hadn't done that yet. And Adir's are going to be a little bit less. Thank you, Alvazir. Yes, gain an inspiration for phrasing it better than I did.
Okay.
That's exactly
So
what you
it
said.
should
You're,
be
you're
okay.
drunk. Go home.
Oh, I am home.
I refuse the inspiration.
Ugh.
Question
don't know when
about
I'm gonna
that
be done.
thoh. So does
We
that
gotta
mean
jump the end.
once you've found something, like if there's an object in the room and
This
you
could be a
found
while.
it and it's of interest, if you investigate it, you get more information about it, possibly? Or do you usually get that information when you find it in the first
Okay.
place?
Exactly, you get more from it. For instance, a perception. Let's go to the last stuff. You smell gas. You smell some sort of rotten eggs in the area.
God.
Investigation. Well, that smells like it could possibly be explosive. You might want to pass that on to someone who is a little bit better at knowing about nature or surviving such things, meaning that you get a nature of survival. Investigation helps you piece things together. Perception investigation lets you find it. Sorry, insight lets you find it. You will... So, at any point, let's say you guys come across magic beans. Rolling in nature will give you information like, these are not normal beans, they seem to be enchanted with arcane energy. Rolling an Arcana then would give you information on the same spectrum, but from a magical standpoint.
Okay.
Everything you roll will give you different viewpoints on that when you're trying to discern or discover information.
Okay.
So feel free...
Perception, insight, investigation were the hardest ones for me, so...
Yeah, they can be... They are very interchangeable skills and can vary DM to DM. The way I view it is insight discerns motivations, purposes, and body language. Perception note things in your environment, things out of the ordinary, and things that should be out of the ordinary but are not. For instance, let's say you go, we know someone invisible is in the area. I want to roll a perception to see where they are, right? If they're invisible, they should still leave footprints. But if they teleported, they wouldn't. So a perception to try and discern that, to discern if someone is teleported or not. If you rolled really, really high and I said, you don't notice anything in the ground, that will mean that you know that it was something other than just regular invisibility and then running away.
Okay.
That's the general difference. The way I rule it, every DM will rule those three, and then the knowledge skills, which are investigation, arcana, nature, history, and religion. Every DM will rule them differently. It just comes down to preference. love giving my players information. So if you guys are encountering anything and you roll against it, I'm more likely and going to be a little bit generous with your rolls to give you certain bits and tidbits and such. I love
That's why
lore.
you generally ask what we're looking for.
Exactly. Yeah, I ask what you're looking for. I ask how you're piecing it together. Think of it for the difference between them. Insight is a poker player who notices when someone is scratching their face. Perception is a poker player who notices that a player is wearing very thick sunglasses. Investigation is to realize that a poker player is wearing thick sunglasses because they have a tell involving their eyes.
Alright. That makes sense. Moving on.
Moving on.
100% sense.
Yep.
Moving on. Erlana searches the room. Looking around, she doesn't find anything out of the ordinary. She reports as such. Adir, you kind of confirm that the most interesting thing in the room were the zombies from what you can see currently, apart from the fresco, on the coffin. Would anyone else like to do anything in the room? Stink is kind of watching the doorway.
I want to loot the bodies.
What's in the sarcophagus again, bruh? Besides the bone?
Cannibals. Cannibalism.
It is exactly as they said. It is a series of humanoids engaging in cannibalistic activity.
I would like to...
Very, very ghastly and very, very graphic. As you look into the sarcophagus, you discover that there is a jawless human skull and a few bone fragments.
I'm gonna back out of the room. There's nothing here. And I'm standing next to this next door waiting to make sure everybody's good before I open the door this time.
You note that last time you have a very high wisdom. You're very good at discerning such things. You note that possibly listening in the door last time might have yielded that there were people moaning on the inside, and that caution might better serve you on doors in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to listen on this door while you're here?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna listen.
Put your ear to the door, having learned from your mistake.
Do I need to roll anything?
Yes, if you're actively doing it, otherwise you're relying on your passive roll.
You shall have guidance.
My
And you have
passive roll
guidance.
is 13, so that's nice.
It is. As a note, passive rolls of perception and such, they can never be less than your active. So if you roll an active perception and you get a 10, it counts as a 13 still.
Oh, so if I roll it anyway, it won't... Okay.
Yep, doesn't hurt. Plus, you have a guidance, so you get a plus D4. You want to roll a D4?
1d4.
There you go.
Still counts as 13.
Okay.
And with the
Sweet.
13, you listen to the room beyond the door, but you don't hear anything.
I look back and tell everybody, I don't hear anything through this door this time. But I'll wait for y'all just to make sure before I open the door this time.
I'll be back here.
Sweet.
Waiting on Xavier and Joe.
I would like to loot the bodies.
There.
You loot the zombies, but being zombies, they've already been looted by whoever made them as such. You find nothing of value upon them.
As I leave, I'm gonna tell Joe he should totally punch the bottom of the sarcophagus to see if there's a false bottom. Wesker.
Joe.
I
Joe
know, I'm
fell.
waiting. You can't tell me that. You can go west or all you want, but I gotta wait for Joe to
I know.
punch the bottom.
Wesker, I was gonna tell you to spin around really, really fast while you wait.
No, thank you.
Did Joe fall asleep? Did we lose him?
Did he zonk out?
Joe, are you muted? Are you coughing? Do we need it? Huh?
Egg,
Joe?
I'm going to count to 10, and then I'm going to take control of his character.
Oh. Hopefully he's okay.
Wait, did he just leave Discord?
Nope. That was Alvazir.
Oh,
Awkward.
very.
That was awkward.
I tried.
Tried what?
I tried to, direct call him.
3,
Oh.
Ringing.
2, 1. Joe is taken over by the DM as he takes Adventurer's Fugue. He punches the bottom of the sarcophagus, succeeding only in bruising his knuckles.
Oh,
Hmm.
poor Joe.
He steps up to here and goes, "No good."
Before I actually open this door, there's two of us that are a little lower on health. Do we have any healing in the party at the moment?
We do, but if I heal you now, I won't be able to heal you later when you pass out. But Adir will step up and will heal Alvazir.
Because there's two tanks here, and neither of us got...
There you go. You get 8. And I'm tapped out.
You've got no more healing left?
No more heals.
That room still has a door. Perhaps we should barricade it and rest?
So, before we get
Also-
into things like barricading and resting, Egg is missing.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to continue, or do we want to stop here because
Oh.
it's 20 more minutes until normal end anyways?
Now might be a good time to stop.
It may
Lily's?
be with a missing person.
It's at least a good time to, throw those coffin lids up against these two ends of this hallway that we're in.
Well, sorry. Remember, the coffin lid in the room to the south of you is entirely destroyed. I described it in pieces several times.
Well, there's a one coffin lid and
Well-
one door over here.
It's shattered lid to the one that you guys found the mummy. Hold on, let me see if it's shattered or not.
Oh, I thought you said it was that...
Hold on. I know the one in the room with the zombies is shattered. I'm looking
Yeah.
at the one for the... Okay. The one in the mummy room is intact, but it's described as heavy. It'll be difficult to move it. Have you guys ever moved a couch through a narrow hallway? That's what you're doing, because remember, the lid's supposed to cover up a 10-foot space. The door and the hallway you're in is 5 feet. So it's going to be like moving a living room couch.
Yeah,
More trouble than it's worth.
I'm going to take a few minutes and try and put Alvazir's axe back, or Warhammer back together.
I'll help. I'll mend too.
It's going to take a little bit, 5-6 minutes.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Tell
the
Joe to
space
watch
rock is better.
Joe to watch the door. Don't let anybody through.
Joe steps up here, moving Alvazir out of the way,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and he puts his nose against the door.
Oh my god. Joe.
Egg? Joe? Last call. I think he died before I did, guys.
Yep.
You drank a player under the table instead.
The player got drank under the table trying to drink me.
That or he might have had to go and throw up, honestly.
The legend grows.
Legend. I think.
Yeah, I guess we can call it there, but at least Alvazir will have her Warhammer back.
Yep, I'm gonna let you just mend her warhammer time while he's gone. Before we call it quits, though, Xavier, Alvazir, and Adir, you're still here. Would any of you like to do any roleplay with each other?
I'll approach a deer and I'll pull out the little bag and open it and be like, I have beans.
That's fascinating, man.
Can I see those a second?
I'm not really a bean expert, if you know what I mean.
I'm gonna roll an Arcana check on those beans he's holding.
Go right ahead.
Drink, Patch. It wasn't over yet. Drink.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna ask for guidance, and I'm also gonna try an Arcana check.
Please, another one.
I'm sorry.
21.
Over.
That's great. Yes.
Lilies,
Yes.
do you hate me?
No,
Yes.
I don't. Remember, I literally made a heart symbol to the sky just for you.
Oh,
She just wants to make sure you sleep well tonight.
oh.
I'm pretty sure I happen to be one of the highest and lowest rolling people in this whole
You
like,
did.
thing today.
Yeah, girl, you do.
Uh,
Okay.
girl.
Oh boy, I drank it. Okay.
Did we win?
Lilies, no. Lilies, you go to put one of the beans in your mouth, and then a deer grabs your wrist and is like, no! No. It's a bag of beans.
it's a bag of beans.
It's a bag of beans. I'm gonna
Turn
send
around
you...
and look at everybody. This is a bag of beans.
Yeah, you think they're edible beans, but a deer knows better. A deer, I'm going to send this bag of beans to you, and you can decide if you want to try and explain it, I see, to the party, or if you'd like me to just link the same thing I'm linking you. Bag of beans, here it is.
You gave it to one of the most insane
It's-
people. I love this.
It's
I
sad.
didn't give it to anybody. You were legitimately the one who discovered it.
Legit.
A deer, what the hell? Oh, there it is. Deer set. Yeah. Boom. You should see it in your player journal now. You can explain that to the party, or you can just tell me to link it to them.
In my player journal.
Player journal?
Bag of beans. There are 3, 4, and you
Hey,
all
Joe's back.
assume you already rolled, right? So we know
I've
how many.
already rolled. You have 8.
8 beans.
As a note, however, Adir, you are unable to determine with that roll what the effect of each individual bean will be.
Oh, nice. But each bean, these are huge beans. Each one weighs a quarter of a pound.
Yeah, they're big. They big beans.
These are big. You can't put.
I
You're not
just
gonna be able
stuck
to.
that in my mouth.
You tried to. You tried to, Alvazir.
So
You tried to fit Alvazir. Tried to fit a big bean in your mouth.
A quarter pounder bean in my mouth, to be exact.
Oh my goodness.
what I say is Xavier, do not dump
we got an egg
those,
bag.
do not dump that bag out. Keep the beans in the bag. You dump them out, we're gonna have a bad day.
I don't know.
Why would I dump them out? They're good to eat. They're so big.
Quarter pound.
No,
bean
you
in my
can't eat
mouth.
them. Those are magic beans. You're gonna use them in a in a fight, right?
Magic beans? What do they do?
Do they become a beanstalk?
No.
Sorry, I passed
Can we
out. I was
find-
kind
Yep, we got them.
Egg.
Yeah, what's
Well,
up?
while you were passed out, I rolled another nat 1, and
Yeah.
we were about to call it quits, but since you're back,
Oh, I'm
He's
so
back.
sorry.
We can continue.
we can
So-
continue.
Adir, finish explaining the bag of beans. And then
So
we'll
here's
continue.
the deal. This is a very magical bag of beans. What you do is you take one out. One, do not dump all the beans out. This is
Okay.
very important.
Okay.
Write this down. Do not dump all the beans out. You take one bean out, you plant it in some water, in some dirt, and you put a little water on it, and a minute later, there'll be an effect. I can't tell you what that effect will be, but it'll be fantastical. It may even be deadly.
I like them.
All
I'm
right.
gonna name them Gregory.
Great. Just remember, you don't dump them out. You keep them in that bag.
Just nods, like
You
totally
only take one
understanding.
out. You only
Joe.
take one out at a time.
What? Yeah, what's that?
You're currently nose to wood with a door.
I'm nose to wood? Wait, what?
You're nose to wood with a door. While you were gone, the party asked you to watch the door, and so you're like nose to wood with it. You are watching that.
Oh, so my nose is touching the door.
Your
Yeah,
nose
your
is touching the
on
door.
that Hey,
Can I-
Joe, you want me to
Yeah.
open that, or are you gonna open it?
I'll open it. I
Is
kicked the
this
door
gonna be
down.
okay? Oh my god.
All right, roll me in athletics.
Alright, please give. What's the button of that one?
Oh my God, he's worse off than I am.
I'm a
18.
lightweight.
You do not have advantage. Gotta roll out.
Nine.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Let me go.
Normal.
Oh my god.
Poof! Door open.
Whoa! And they're dead. Wait,
Oh.
are these people dead, or what's that symbol right next to the bottom one?
Don't
One
know.
of them is dead, and one of them looks like they're sleeping, I guess.
You don't know. Hold the fuck on, Lord. Y'all so eager to do my job. Sure, you fucking do it for me.
Susan, is that you? I'm sorry.
The walls and the floor of this room are covered with streaked splash of dried blood. Two dangling bodies are shackled east-south wall, one of which is an elderly male human, the other a young female tiefling. Both are covered in bloody gashes. Neither is moving. In the middle of the room is a sturdy wooden chair with a bloody whip draped over it. A bucket half filled with salt sits on the floor near the chair.
Cold-blooded.
Damn.
They've been rubbing salt in them wounds.
Yeah.
That's some vile stuff there.
Let's go in.
Can Joe take an action, rough?
You opened the door. I'd like someone
Okay,
else
okay.
to take an.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you can move into the room.
okay.
Alvazir, you're next up in the line for people in order. I'd like you to move next. And
I'm kind of standing in the middle of the room. I'm trying to
the
figure
one
out.
to the north that you're looking at is the male human. The one to the south is tiefling woman.
Okay.
Tieflings are the polar opposite of your race.
Ew.
Yep.
Gross.
Don't trust them. Never
I pick
did.
up the whip and examine it.
Whoa. A deer gives her guidance.
Oh, I'll
Let the dead gods guide you.
As a note, it takes 6 seconds for him to cast guidance.
I guess I
Dear-
grabbed that whip in that time.
Yep,
All right.
it just uses up his action for this round.
All right. So I have a whip and he
Instead
used
of-
guidance on me.
Yep, instead of any action for this round, he casts guidance.
Can I go ahead and do a thing since he cast guidance on me?
Yeah, absolutely, go nuts.
All right. I'm gonna, I guess, see how both of these two people who are hanging are doing. Insight? Question mark?
A medicine is more viable. You're trying to see if they're alive or not, right?
Yes.
And
correct.
insights into body languages, motivations, and the like. And medicine would be more to see how well they are doing.
Okay, then medicine. Well,
At a D4.
Would you like to roll a d4 on that, or would you like to save it?
Yeah, I'm rolling a d4 on that.
Nice.
That kind of a nat one.
It's not hard to tell that the gentleman to the north, the elderly human, has been killed. He is bled out. He's non-responsive. When you pull out a series of smelling salts, however, the woman to the south, the tiefling, is still alive. She is currently unconscious and in the process of bleeding to death.
Ooh, I sure wish I could help her.
You arrived a little late. Appears that her most recent wounds were dealt within the last several minutes.
Let me
If you had arrived earlier, perhaps the man to the north could have been saved.
Does that help?
Oh, so
It
A deer.
would, but you've already used your action, meaning that for the next 6 seconds, you're not able to do that. You
Sweet.
begin casting a spell to spare the dying, but you're uncertain if it will take in time for you to save this woman or not.
Can I try and stabilize her?
Absolutely, rush up and roll a medicine. If you wish to take up the only other available spot. If you stand here, no one else can stand here and interact with her.
Can I stand there since he's already dead?
Ooh.
Yeah, you push yourself up against that man's body, uncaring as to how you are desecrating him while you interact with the woman to the south. Go ahead. Roll a medicine.
Oh
You
no.
fail to help her in any sense. Alvazir, you need to
need
inform
the
the
good
party
mud.
that she's still alive in the first place, by the way. Xavier acted on out-of-character information. Not
Sorry.
She's alive!
Cool, you say that. Adir and Joe.
Joe.
I'm hearing
has-
Joe first. Go ahead. Go ahead, Joe.
Oh,
I heard you start speaking, so your turn on initiative.
can I roll medicine even though I don't have medicine?
Yeah, you rush over to here, taking up the other spot in front of the dying person. Roll medicine.
guidance.
Not guidance. Too late.
You've already cast guidance around it here. Joe, a 12 medicine is enough that you manage to bind her wound, stabilizing her, and she slips into natural unconsciousness, not dying any longer, but clearly on the verge of it.
Oh no.
She falls asleep comfortably, not dying anymore.
Is she still dangling?
She's still dangling, yes.
Ouch.
Adir's gonna walk over and see if he can, if there's anything he can do to get the cuffs off her.
You already cast guidance on Alvazir this round, so I'm going to pass through you. Orlana and Stink come into the room, back to Alvazir.
I'm gonna pull her down. I don't have any healing, but she's kind of now in the middle of the room where everybody can try to help.
You tug at her. Her cuffs, however, are secure.
Oh, lovely.
Need a key or something else to free her, clearly.
Cut the chains with an axe?
Well, first off, people who, hold on.
Oh shit.
Let me double check something really quick.
Use your berserker strength.
No. There's something else first. Hold on.
Oh.
I'm looking through people's inventories.
What are we looking for?
Oh, somebody's got the master keys that we took off that one clown.
Or not?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't
Someone
remember. I
Should
think
have that, but may have taken their, may have forgotten that they have it, so I'm looking through people's character sheets.
Did they forget to write it down? It's got to be Alvazir or Stink.
Tommy has a small key. Is that it?
No. Small
Okay.
key is for something else. Major key.
I
Yep.
don't generally. Oh, yeah, it was when we were in that room getting that first person off the wall with the keys.
Yep.
I don't remember who. It might have been Gregory, but we looted his body and might not have added it to the next inventory.
Yep. If you looted his body and you didn't add it to the inventory, you saw it but did not take it.
Even though we looted Gregory's dead body.
You guys had access to his character sheet. You should have taken anything off it that you wanted.
Oh,
Didn't at
shit.
this point. As a note, though,
Did Gregory have it?
it was not Gregory. Gregory did not have it. It's not
Gregory
a
didn't
character
have it.
sheet.
Oh. Okay.
Who could it be then?
I'm trying to figure it out. Hold on. Whoever took it, I'm beginning to think they didn't write it down, which means nobody took it.
Oh no.
Did you seriously declare the witch's name who blew up Gregory as Bitch Skull?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he said he had written that on his sheet.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot. Alright, none of you have the keys, these manacles, you discern after a little bit of deliberating.
I will ask the room if anybody has a lockpicking kit, maybe.
Didn't someone take
Wait,
that?
is
No,
it just me or is everybody kind of...
Somebody does. I think. Yeah, I think it's Alvazir would have it if anybody did.
Orlana has a thieves.
Or Ilana. Yeah, sorry.
I don't loot dead people because of my stuff. Generally speaking.
No, you let other people do it for you.
That's right. It's called morals.
Orlana picks the lock, freeing the woman. Joe, do you catch her?
Yes, I catch.
You have a tiefling woman in your arm. And 12 p.m. This is our soft stop. Do we want to end here or do we want to go to 1 a.m.?
No, I think we're good. I think
One?
we can. No, I think we can call it here.
One who wants to call it? Xavier?
Oh, ask me last.
Egg?
I am neutral. I'm down for both ways.
And
Yeah, but
Lily.
I'm happy going on, but at the same time, somebody just said that this is a good ending spot.
Xavier, you're the tiebreaker.
Then I end up yielding mine to you because I'm running the stream for you, bud. You know I'm good either way.
You yield it to me. I never want to force someone to stay longer than they want. As such, we're going to go with Assassins and say that midnight's a good time to call it.
What is sling?
That's right.
You
My proficiency.
sling.
No.
All right. Thank you so much to everyone who watched us tonight. Please consider following our stream. It helps us loads. We're getting ever so closer to eventually partnering with Twitch, which will be a really cool thing and open a lot of opportunities for us and everyone who plays in this game. So yeah, follow us if you enjoy the content. If not, that's all right too.